Here we go. Who remembers these people right here? Do you remember what person, or should I say, Fleer on the left said? Do you remember what Fleer on the right said? Well, guess what? This person right here said both of their asses got to go. So now you seeing people like this person right there, and every last one of their asses is getting that right there. Do foundational Black Americans care? Hell to the no. Certified salute, FBA in the house.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
Certified salute, I am Black Alpha. This is Certified Black Society. The livest chat in the building, the livest chat on the planet right here tonight. Certified salute to every single one of y'all. We in here right now. It's going down in this country. What country is that, Black Alpha? That is the country that foundational Black Americans built. That is the country that foundational Black Americans maintain, sustain. That is the country where foundational Black Americans can send your ass away on an immigration plane. Good to see y'all, family. We in the house. Free Huey. Y'all know what it is, fam. See, ABK comes in a hell of a lot of ways, y'all. You can get anti-Black karma when you go into church. They can snatch you out. They can get you with that anti-Black karma when you at the job, if you're working. Anti-Black karma can get you when you running, when you hopping fences, when you crossing borders. Anti-Black karma can get you anywhere you go. And a lot of people have had anti-Black karma where they come to the country and they do not respect foundational Black Americans. They do not wipe their feet at the door. They come over here and try to tell foundational Black Americans we got to give them something. Only thing we gonna give y'all is a phone call, and that phone call gonna go to ICE. And when it happens, you can't blame us because we just FBA and exceptional. So if you're a foundational Black American and you feeling the vibe, let me see some 100s in the chat, y'all, because we're gonna talk about how this 24/7 blackout, boycott, wealth transfer, we done started that. But if you're looking right now, it looked like a lot of people wanna boycott these illegals, want to boycott these immigrants, want to send them on the plane out of here. I told everybody, foundational Black Americans are the leaders and everybody else are the followers. When you see Donald Trump talk about deportations, that's because FBA talked about delineation. When you see Donald Trump talk about sending these people back to their homeland, that's because foundational Black America said we built this land. Now you starting to see the paperwork from the Donald Trump administration is blacking out a same group that was hating on us. So do you see, family, how it comes full circle? You damn right. Deportation, delineation, reparations, and we in here regulating. Let's go to work, Black Americans. Tell them what time it is, fam. It's certified time. It's certified time is all the damn time. How's it going over there in the Chop Suey community?
They handcuffed me, threw me against the wall, grabbed all my stuff from my pockets, threw it on the floor, and they put all my stuff in a bag. They told me I have no appeals pending, my case is over, and I'm being deported. However, I did remind them that I was under the Zepeda case. They left me in handcuffs for about an hour to verify if that was true. After confirmation, they told me to come back on the 12th, which is in 4 days. The past few days, it has been really stressful. I recently found out that my wife is pregnant. And amidst all the craziness and the chaos, I gotta say this is good news. But then I start thinking, like, I won't be there for my wife. I won't be there to hold my baby when he or she is born. So when I think about stuff like that, it really makes me sad. My new family is being torn apart before it has even had a chance to begin.
That's
We
crazy.
will be calling the governor's office tomorrow, emailing them, calling them, commenting on their page. I really thank you guys that have been supporting me and my wife since day one. But I know regardless of what happens, I know it's gonna be all right. And as soon as I went in,
Damn, wait a minute. I thought they said that we was going to get deported, family. I thought they said foundational Black Americans was going to be next. I thought they said once they come for one, they coming for y'all too. It don't look like that at all. How many of y'all got some sympathy and some emotion right there? Y'all got sympathy and emotion? I don't think so, foundational Black Americans. Oh, but wait, there's more. Matter of fact, but wait, there's more. They got Jackie Chan on the floor. Let's go.
Whoa, what's going on? What's going on?
They do it here. I got to think they go.
What's going on?
I don't know what they doing.
What's going on?
I don't talk to
What's going
them.
on?
Law enforcement.
What's going on? You can still have the right to know what's going on.
Hey, my God.
Everyone back up.
Are you okay?
What are they doing?
Are you okay?
Everyone back up.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh, my
Who are they? Hey, these officers. Hey, check this out, homie. Hey, check this out, homie. If they law enforcement officers, why aren't they identifying their face, bro?
You're not gonna do anything.
Hey, why am I doing, bro?
And you didn't even do anything about it. They saw his son. And he wouldn't even let it talk about they law. They not law.
Okay, bro. What happened? What happened?
I don't know. They just come in.
Back up.
The homie, you know how to touch me, bro?
Look at him acting like he don't know what's going on. Why are they here? Get off of me. Please leave. No, you about to leave. Oh, we about to break it down. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. We about to cook 100 miles an hour, family.
What's going on?
They do it here. I got to think they go.
What's going on?
I don't know what they doing.
What's going on?
I don't talk to
What's going
them.
on?
Law enforcement.
What's going on? You can still have the right to know what's going on.
Hey, my God.
Somebody in the chat said fried rice felony. You cold for that one, but I'm loving it.
Everyone back up.
Are you okay?
What are they doing?
Are you okay?
Everyone back up.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Who are they? Hey, these officers. Hey, check this out, homie. Hey, check this out, homie. If they law enforcement officers, why aren't they identifying their face,
You're not
bro?
gonna do anything.
Hey, why am I doing, bro?
And you didn't even do anything about it. They saw his son. And he wouldn't even let it talk about they law. They not
You
law.
okay, bro? What happened? What happened?
I don't know. They just come in.
Back up.
Your ass know what happened. You know what happened. Tether fried rice. I see y'all again. Let's go. Bruce Lee. I see it again. Y'all, give me some more. Give me some more. What do you say? Chop do me. Go ahead. Give me some more, family. Is that ketchup fried rice or is that mustard fried rice? Okay. Is it you buy, you deport? Is that what it is, fam? Hurry up and buy and deport. Deport and fly. Fly and go. Back to home. Y'all let me know something, family. We in the building. This looks like it came right along the same damn time when folks was running their mouth about us, family. That was on July 13th, family. Yes, just a few damn days ago. It don't look like it's going the same way they expected it. Damn. Somebody said egg drop assistant. Damn, or assailant. That's even more funny. Let's get up in here, family. We rocking.
Back up.
Homie, you know how to touch me, bro? Don't touch me, bro.
Oh my God. What they doing? They hide
What? You gotta touch me, bro.
That's why I said step back.
Wait a minute. But look, family. He ended up getting arrested any damn way. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Jet, leave. I see y'all. Y'all crazy. Fu man flew. Damn. Talk your talk, Black Americans. But look, it looked like he ended up getting arrested anyhow. So they couldn't paint him as some type of innocent illegal. Because guess what, y'all? Ain't no such thing as an innocent illegal. But what you are seeing, fam, is a hell of a lot of people getting deported because foundational Black Americans are standing on business. Remember, y'all, when there ain't no FBA to save you, your ass is going back home. First thing smoking. So you see this guy and he's in the airport and he's trying to evade ICE. Because guess what now, fam? ICE now is officially in the airports. Were before, but now they're there heavy. Let me tell you what else ICE is doing. ICE has AI computers that are going through your files and finding out where the hell you are, and then they are arresting you. Let me tell you what else ICE is doing. ICE now also is pulling up on people at the church, been doing it, now $70 billion extra to do it. Now they're also pulling up in your jobs. They're also telling you to come get some fingerprints, telling you to show up with your license, and then they're getting you on the spot, and then they sending you back home. Oh, what home could be? Because they're not even sending these people back to their homelands, fam. They're sending them to wherever America wants you to go. In a lot of those cases, fam, people are going to Africa. Yes. Remember all the Africans who came over here and they was bootlicking for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump was giving them a couple extra bucks here or there, family? Yeah. Well, guess what? They were basically saying, here's the deal. You give us your deportations and we will get better standings with the United States of America. And just like an African slave trader, they did it. So wait a minute, y'all. Did the Africans who always come over here and disrespect foundational Black Americans, did they go from the African slave trader to now the illegal immigrant deportation slave trader? So they traded on the slave trade and now they're just doing the deportation trade. Damn, man. FBA is always right. And illegals take flight. We ain't done. Look at this right here, family. Even further proof of what we talking about. Now, y'all, you starting to see ICE is pulling up on these people, and Donald Trump made a statement that your ass can get found no matter where you are, and the FBI now doesn't have to investigate anymore. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It's about to get real.
A new report is raising questions about how investigations involving ICE agents could be handled going forward. According to the New York Times, FBI managers were recently told the Bureau would no longer investigate confrontations involving immigration agents.
So ICE is now not even going to be investigated by any other branches of government except the DHS. There's been a new story today that came out which confirmed that the FBI, the DOJ, any other department won't be allowed to investigate ICE other than ICE itself.
Coming in tonight, the FBI has been told to stop investigating anything to do with ICE involving assaults. According to NBC News, the FBI has been directed to stop investigating assault cases involving ICE.
Well, the FBI has now been ordered to stop investigating confrontations by ICE.
The Trump administration has instructed the FBI to no longer investigate any incident with an ICE officer. So instead of the FBI doing it, they're going to have Homeland Security investigate these incidents. So,
I mean, this is insane. We just learned moments ago that federal agents were told the FBI will no longer investigate ICE confrontations. Donald Trump's America. If enacted, this change would sharply limit law enforcement scrutiny of immigration agents. ICE agents already get away with a lot. I guess the Trump administration wants them to get away with more. FBI managers around the country received a written notice informing them of the change on Thursday, according to people familiar with the matter who spoke anonymously. Under this change, responsibility for investigating cases involving federal immigration officers would likely fall to Homeland Security investigations, an arm of ICE, effectively leaving the agency to investigate itself.
The Trump administration told FBI agents across the country that they will no longer be investigating confrontations with ICE agents, potentially limiting the number of ICE agents that will be arrested, ultimately because these FBI investigations often yield significant evidence to eventually prosecute ICE agents. According to the New York Times, a memo was sent around to federal officials in FBI offices across the country saying that they will no longer be investigating ICE encounters.
The FBI will no longer investigate assault claims involving ICE immigration officers. This is an attempt by Trump to basically get them off the hook for the ongoing murder that we've seen. Just in July, we've had 2 murders of innocent men. This is very scary stuff, guys. So basically, what Trump did, and the administration is denying it, but they've got the memo that went out to everybody saying,
Fam, what does this mean? Black Americans, you know you're always right, don't you? Black Americans, you know you're always correct. Black Americans, you know you always say something 6 months before it happens, and then it happens, and then people make faces like that. I don't know what's going on. I can't help it. Trump's is scaring me. Y'all know we've been calling everything out before it happens, so let's go ahead and call this out. What does this mean, y'all? The FBI no longer has to run through anybody to investigate anything with ICE-involved situations? Now ICE can investigate ICE, and the Department of Homeland Security can sit back with their hands up and enjoy the show? What does this mean for Julio, Romero, Gonzalez, Mutombo, Lumbumba, Joloff, for Jackie Chan, for Jackie Ming, for Yao Flee? What does this mean for the people that dared us to boycott them? Best answers are accepted.
Saying you're no longer investigating. What Trump is doing is, when there's one of these shootings where ICE just kills an innocent, right? The ICE guys are always claiming, oh, they tried to kill me. She tried to hit me with her car. And they use the car excuse all the time, and they always lie. Well, the FBI investigates and determines, did this immigrant try to hit the immigration officer with his car? Did he weaponize his car? Was it a justified shooting to stop him? The FBI will no longer be investigating those claims.
Damn.
Guess who is going to determine if the ICE officer was justified in defending himself against the horrible, evil immigrant? ICE. ICE will now investigate itself to determine whether ICE murdered people. ICE will decide.
Damn. Well, FBA decided to go ahead and, just black out all those other communities, which means give them no time, no energy, no effort, no money, and no capes, because we ain't saving no damn body. You got to love being FBA family all damn day. Oh, it's gotten real. This right here is further confirmation of what we've been saying, y'all. When the birthright citizenship stuff popped off, remember when Donald Trump came out and he said, let's just get straight to the point. We gonna handle that. Remember when Trump said that, family? Well, we're gonna break it down that not only did he give those mainstays to ICE, on top of that now, y'all, Donald Trump then came out and he said, we are about to defund all of these illegals. Life in America for all the illegal immigrants is about to get way harder than your homeland was when you ran from it. All that talk that the Democrats try to sell us, that these are just innocent people who come here because they're fleeing persecution and they just want a better life. No. What it really is that you're coming over here to mooch and leech off of a system that you didn't create. We created it. And then you want to come over here and you want to disrespect the people who built this house. Everything about that is wrong. Everything about that is bad. And everything about that is getting checked. Not only from Black America, but also your ass is getting checked by Donald Trump. Family, not only did he put out the statement to the damn FBI that we're going to go ahead and let these people crash and burn. On top of that, family, he done came out and said, we are about to debank these people. What does a debank look like? Watch it.
Trump administration, they're going to start debanking undocumented immigrants to encourage self-deportation. Yes, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, Stephen Miller, confirmed that the Trump administration is actively pursuing a policy to debank illegal immigrants by cutting off their access to U.S. financial systems. The administration views blocking access to financial services, loans, and banking lines as a massive engine for deportation, intended to compel self-deportation and disrupt unauthorized economic activity. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, under Director Russell Vought, issue guidance authorizing and in some cases requiring lenders to consider immigration status and work authorization when assessing loan repayment abilities. So yeah, this is going to be a major game changer. And Stephen Miller said they're going to start meeting with more financial institutions.
The Treasury Department just issued new guidance to financial institutions, to banks. And so the next step in this process is us meeting individually with banks and financial institutions on cooperating with us to remove illegal aliens from the banking system. Once illegal aliens lose their access to capital, that is going to, again, be a major driver of self-deportation.
And this is a game changer. Let me know what you think about.
It's a game changer, dog. Is it a game changer? It look like a game changer. Damn sure feel like a game changer. Look like it's about to change the face of illegal immigration right here in the United States of America forever. Oh, it's getting bad, y'all. Remember all the illegals that were jumping for joy when they thought that they was going to get their birthright citizenship forever and it was going to be all good forever and they could just drop off babies in dumpsters and in alleys and in trash cans? Y'all remember that? How many of y'all remember that? It was only about a week ago. Now you don't see these people talking reckless anymore, do you? What instead you see are these people afraid, fleeing, running, and hiding because they know Immigration just changed in America. Yes, the hell it did. Certified salute. Somebody said that somebody had talked about this before. Shout out to my sister Natural Tour, because my sister Natural Tour talked about this 2 damn weeks ago and broke it down verbatim with all the numbers. She was first. Shout out to you, my good sister, and shout out to that broadcast we dropped yesterday that's sitting at, I don't know, maybe about 70K. Because this is what we do, fam. Over here on the Black Alpha Network, home of the brave, baby, with the certified riders live in the chat, y'all. Y'all was breaking this story before it even caught wind to other people. Y'all were sitting here and the evidence is proven. Go back and look at the videos. I remember just about 2 weeks ago, y'all were all saying in the chat that Donald Trump is about to clap back. Y'all remember that? I remember that. I remember just about 2 weeks ago when a lot of folks was running around here talking about how good it was for illegals. This chat right here said, no, the hell it ain't. Because if you know the system of supremacy, then you know they don't take no L's, especially to Mr. Pedro. So family, let's see what we got here. FBI is not going to investigate ICE. Nope. No, the hell they not. They're now targeting every single community, no matter where the hell that community may reside. Yep. They're cutting off social programs for these individuals. They're taking money out of their pockets. And on top of all of that, fam, let's double up and rewind and bring it back to birthright citizenship. Because now they have already wrote a law now, family, to reinstitute and push for the ending of birthright citizenship. And they're saying what we said and predicted right here 2 weeks ago, that they weren't going to let the birthright citizenship thing go through the Supreme Court. They was going to take it to Congress. And guess what, family? Now they're taking it to Congress. Y'all watch the screen right here and y'all enjoy the show. More breaking news from the livest chat on the earth. They doubling it up now, fam, with a whole new attack on birthright citizenship. We see you, Pedro.
Joins us from Senate Armed Services, Senator Jim Banks. Senator, it's good to see you again. Can you tell us more about your bill and explain why it's necessary?
Well, it's very simple. I'm taking a page right out of Justice Kavanaugh's playbook in his concurring opinion that Congress must act. Congress must determine and legislate that the children of illegals who are invaders into our country are not eligible for birthright citizenship. The Supreme Court struck down the president's executive order banning birthright citizenship, but all 9 justices on the Supreme Court, from the right to the left, they all agree that the children of invaders are not eligible, but Congress has to determine and legislate that those children of illegals would apply to that threshold. So,
Senator Jim Banks from Indiana has now pushed forward a law that is going to attack the birthright citizenship through Congress, family. They thought it was safe. They was going to come outside. They said, I think it's good for an invader. I'm going to invade the outside because I can't invade the inside. It ain't safe nowhere you go. You see it, family? I hope you're watching it. I hope you're enjoying it, family. Now they got a whole new law form. Watch how this takes off.
The Supreme Court doesn't determine what an invasion is. Congress and the president do, and Congress determines and what Congress needs to legislate that illegals would not apply. So that my bill is as simple as that. I've had a lot of colleagues like Senator Tuberville today reach out and co-sponsor my bill. We don't need a constitutional amendment, which we will never get with these radical Democrats. We can pass a simple bill like this one. And by the way, I would love to put this bill on the floor of the Senate and dare the Democrats to vote against it. Can you imagine a Democrat going home to their state and explaining why they believe that illegals in this country, that their children are eligible for birthright citizenship? It's unfair, it's wrong, and I can't imagine that this is like a 80-20, 90-10 issue in America. Nobody believes that the children of illegals should be eligible for something like American citizenship.
So we've got U.S. agencies like the CBP and ICE cracking down on birth tourism. That's a thing. Texas is doing it too. Attorney General Ken Paxton, he's the GOP nominee for the Senate in Texas. He's saying that Texas is seeing hospitals that make a lot of money from foreign nationals traveling to China to give birth to children to get them to become U.S. citizens. But, that's treated like a right-wing conspiracy theory.
But it's happening, and it's happening all over the country. The Chinese billionaires who are paying surrogates to have babies in our country to turn them into anchor babies. It's just wrong. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Family, right now, just very simple. Can I get 100s in the chat if you would support this bill right now, and I'm talking to all my foundational Black Americans, say you are a senator right now. Say this bill came up across your table, right on your desk, and you had the opportunity to vote for this. I want to see 100s in the chat for all of my foundational Black American senators in the House of FBA. Would you vote for this to make the children of invaders? Damn, you already got 100. I ain't even get it out yet. I ain't even get it all out yet. Damn, I seen 100. I'm in here saying, would y'all vote this bill? And then boom, already seen the 100s. Black Americans have spoken, dog.
Children to get them to become U.S. citizens. But, that's treated like a right-wing conspiracy theory.
But it's happening, and it's happening all over the country. The Chinese billionaires who are paying surrogates to have babies in our country to turn them into anchor babies. It's just wrong. I mean, it's unbelievable the Supreme Court would uphold that. But there is a moral duty that members of Congress like myself have to pass a bill to clarify that the children of illegals do not or should not be granted birthright citizenship. Is common sense.
Got it. Senator Jim Banks, thanks for joining us tonight. Joins us from Senate Armed Services.
Senator Jim Banks has spoken, y'all, and he said he wants these two people to go right on home. And guess what? I'm right there with you, Mr. Banks. Family, look at that right there, y'all. I want you to notice exactly what we see, and I want you to listen to the language. He kept referencing invaders, invader. And typically, when you hear invader, that is a term that they like to use kind of as like a slang or whatnot, right? Like illegal alien. This man is trying to use that term very precisely for his language in the bill. See, once you label these people as invader, notice what he said. He said it's up basically to the president and the actual government opposed to the Supreme Court to institute this law. But he also said it's up for them to call these people invaders. See, when you say an immigrant's coming here, a migrant, a refugee, they can play with that. But when you start to reference these people as invaders, now it has a different connotation. Different connotation has a different approach. Different approach has a different attack. They're going to start calling these people invaders more and more and more. Okay. And since we're always right, and I'm talking about all 3.3 thousand of y'all, since you're always right, family, remember we said this here. You're going to start hearing invader, more than you've already been hearing it. And then they're going to use that to craft it, to put it in the law to where they're going to start saying that these people are invaders. And guess what? An invader mom has an invader baby. An invader dad has an invader baby. So now by de facto, they're giving birth to future invaders. Nobody's going to want a future invader to get citizenship to the United States of America. Remember, y'all, the system of white supremacy does not play fair. It plays to win. Now, I know that we told Pedro. Now, I know that we told Selena. They didn't want to listen to us. They just wanted to have a taco truck and they want to flee. Well, guess what? The taco truck and the fleeing cannot save you because now Senator Jim Banks and a hell of a lot more folks is on your bumper. Family, that ain't the end of the story. Look at this right here, y'all. Look at it right here, family. These are the numbers that you've been hearing about ICE. These are the numbers that have been coming in quickly. Yes, they have. But family, they're deporting people now, and their goal is to up the deportations. But there's a particular community that's been, talking real reckless about foundational Black Americans. And that particular community now, what we're seeing, family, are being targeted at a 600% increase. Look at this right here, family. ICE arrests of New York's Asian immigrants increases 600% under Trump. Whoa, hold up. See, fam, there's a lot going on that a lot of them folks behind the scenes didn't really want to talk about. But we was telling everybody. When they was hating on foundational Black Americans, when they were disrespecting foundational Black Americans, we kept trying to tell these people that their problems run way deeper than a nail salon. Their problems run way deeper than some chicken chow mein at a restaurant. Your problems are diplomatic and they're international. You see, while at the same time that you had all of these illegals coming over here and disrespecting foundational Black Americans and all these people in these nail salons and these corner stores that were harming and harassing our kids. And in some cases, Cyrus Belton, Latasha Harlins were unaliving us. And then when people go to the internet and they want to dare us to black them out, and then we black them out, and in about a month and a half, we've already cost them millions of dollars. You got an international affair going on between the United States of America and China. Also, the United States of America and all of Asia. Yep. So, family, what they weren't prepared for is foundational Black Americans blacking them out 24/7. But on top of that, family, Donald Trump done pulled up and he done entered the chat. I told everybody, y'all, Donald Trump has entered the boycott. Now, we got our own thing, like James Brown said, okay? But he got their own issues over there on the Mayo side of town. He got his own qualm with their community. And the qualm just happened to come out a few days ago to where now he's putting tariffs on them even more. He's also stopping and preventing these people from coming into the country. Half of the things that you're seeing Donald Trump institute about illegals, it ain't just the low-class illegals. No. It's also what they deem as the high-class illegals. How do you harm China? Not only do you hit them with different political agendas and political apparatuses, you also affect who gets to come here to the United States of America. It goes way deeper than what people was trying to say on the news. This is why the news didn't carry Donald Trump's speech just the other day. ABC and NBC were mum on it. They didn't want to talk about it. So what you're seeing now, family, is Donald Trump is saying, okay, China, you want to play ball? Well, let's go ahead and play ball by, I'm not going to let these people come into the United States of America. How about that? So when you bring these illegals over here to the United States of America, stop, send their ass back home. So all of them illegals who come here to America and they become little spies, or they take advantage of our system, or they learn all these little things and then take it back to China, all that will cease to exist. I'm telling y'all, they don't play fair. They play to win. And foundational Black Americans, we always win. That's why we can call them out. Y'all look at this right here, family. Donald Trump has entered the boycott chat. Watch.
President Donald Trump using a roughly 25-minute primetime address to revive claims that the 2020 election was stolen.
Over a period of years, starting during the 2020 election cycle, the People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history, resulting in China's illicit acquisition of 220 million U.S. voter files.
Trump also accusing U.S. government officials of trying to cover up Chinese interference.
This don't make no sense. During recent President Trump's presidential address, he stated that the People's Republic of China has compromised U.S. voter files since 2020, 220 million to be exact. Now, my question is, why wasn't this aired on NBC or ABC network?
Whoa. Hold up. Wait a damn minute. Tell us more, Donald Trump.
I have revealed tonight my administration is in the process of notifying the states whose election data was compromised by the People's Republic of China and many others. We will be working closely to mitigate any harm, and we're taking swift action to ensure that sensitive voter data is better protected so we can never be bought, we can never be hacked, and we can never watch a stolen election again. Tomorrow, the Secretary of Homeland Security will hold a briefing to outline his department's recent work confirming cyber vulnerabilities in our electronic voting systems. They are bad. We're in the process of informing governors, senators, and members of Congress of potential issues in their states. If you look at voting today, it's in such bad shape in so many states, and we are committing to fix it. And we're also committing to be working with those states and local jurisdictions to help them fix and patch known technical vulnerabilities before the midterm elections. We have very important elections coming up. We want those elections to be. I have revealed tonight my administration is in the process of.
Damn, wait. Oh, family, this done got real diplomatic, didn't it? This done got real international, huh? Hold up.
Notifying the states whose election data was compromised by the People's Republic of China and many others. We will be working closely to mitigate any harm, and we're taking swift action to ensure that sensitive voter data is better protected so we can never be bought, we can never be hacked, and we can never watch a stolen election again.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, things done got real heavy in the United States of America, fam. And apparently very international. Let's go there, fam. What you're seeing right now is a international affair between China and America, which has been going on for a long time. And y'all know Donald Trump was the main one saying China. It's China who did it. He said some certain things that China did that those people end up getting a little law from. He's always been going back and forth with them. And then he's saying that these individuals interfered in the election. Now, isn't it funny though, family? ABC and NBC refused to cover this. I've never seen a presidential address where the two main news outlets in the United States of America didn't cover it. Why didn't you cover it? Why? Are you protecting China? Why are you protecting China? Why would ABC News and NBC News not cover a presidential address? Fam, they covered presidential addresses where Joe Biden was falling asleep. Literally, dude was sitting there babbling and falling asleep. I'm talking about head kept hitting the damn table. The table was waking him up, fam. He literally had interviews falling asleep. I'm not lying. Kamala Harris was babbling, talking about the border and collard greens and she ain't been there. All types of lies. They covered that. So why didn't they cover this? It's because there's something about China and what Donald Trump is talking about that they don't want to speak about. Now, isn't it funny though, family? The Democrats had no problem saying that Russia interfered in the election. And the Democrats had no problem saying that Black Americans were Russian bots. So it seems like if it's about Russia interfering in the election, then it's okay. But when you start talking about China interfering in the election, it's not. Let's double up and bring it back to Donald Trump. We in here preaching, reaching, doing all the teaching, breaking it down and rolling it up. Donald Trump right now is using this situation in collateral with immigrants. So them same immigrants that have been running their mouth about foundational Black Americans, they're being affected by this heavily, mightily. A lot of those Asians who own these stores and these shops where they disrespect foundational Black Americans, they're getting caught up in this landslide. They're getting caught up in all of this stuff. Remember just the videos the other day where they're saying they can't make payroll? Or remember the other lady who was talking about we can't bring new people into the country? Remember that then? Remember the Asian girl who was saying they can't get their business off the ground because they don't have an influx of new Asians coming in? Well, there goes the no influx of new Asians coming in. It's called deportation. It's called blockade. It's called getting your green card and your visa chopped up, okay? And it also goes in to show you was running your mouth about foundationals, and we done checked your ass. So now you got Donald Trump, and he's checking your ass. So it goes to show you there's a lot of problems over there in their household. Donald Trump wasn't done. On his way leaving, he had a statement, and they said, are you going to handle China about this situation? Previous in the White House, he made a statement, and he was basically saying, yeah, we're going to talk to him. But y'all watch his energy here.
Great patriots.
What are the consequences for China for meddling in U.S. elections after your...
Well, we're going to see. We'll be speaking to them. We're going to see. We'll be speaking to them. Well, we're going to see. We'll be speaking to them. Great patriots.
Fam, if you know Donald Trump and that hair that's literally blowing in the wind, we going to speak to them. Donald Trump is talking in codes. Basically, what he's saying is that we going to talk to him. We going to speak to him. We going to find out what it's all about. He's going to cut off all of these foreign nationals who are coming into the United States of America, not just from China, but also by China's neighboring allies. And family, if that's not bad enough and further proof, hold on one more time. Tell us one more time, Trump.
Consequences for China for meddling in U.S. elections after your...
Well, we're going to see. We'll be speaking to them. We're going to see. We'll be speaking to them. Well, we're going to see. We'll be speaking to them. Great.
We'll be speaking to them, right? Family, watch this.
A Chinese human rights lawyer who came to America fleeing the persecution of the Chinese Communist Party was just detained by ICE. Wu Xiaoping came here legally on a tourist visa. He stayed here legally, seeking asylum. His 2020 application is still awaiting governmental action. He's been living in Pennsylvania with his family, working as an Amazon delivery driver. He was on a delivery when ICE pulled him over. He presented proof of his pending asylum application to ICE agents. They arrested and detained him anyway. In China, Mr. Wu worked as a business attorney until until the human rights abuses he saw all around him impelled him to go into human rights law. He took cases fighting for religious freedom and defending human rights and anti-corruption activists. In 2019, still in China, he attended a weekend gathering of human rights defenders. On the second day of the gathering, they noticed they were being followed, watched, photographed. After the gathering, several attendees were arrested, imprisoned, and tortured. So he came to America, seeking freedom and safety. We still have a democracy. We still continually define who we are as a nation. We need to take responsibility for that. A Chinese human rights lawyer who came to America fleeing the...
Chinese human rights lawyers are getting deported and sent right on back to China, basically saying, we not taking nobody who's fleeing from your country. They not coming over here to our country. They not going to get refuge in the United States of America. They're going to have to hold their own NUTs. Get out. Fam, things move real fast and they've been moving real swift. And we've been watching every single second of how it's all been playing out. Notice, y'all, these people play through diplomacy. These people play through hardline. And the hardline is showing you right now, fam, that if you come to the United States of America and you send people over here to the United States of America, anybody who comes to the United States of America is under our jurisdiction. Family, let me tell you something. This right here, this is the hit at China. A lot of this stuff. Now, mind you, he's also going after all of these Indians who come here to the United States of America. Julio Romero Gonzalez, they mopping them up, cleaning them up. There's two types of immigrants when you think about people who come into the America. And it's not necessarily just about what country they're from, it's how they're classified. You have high-class immigrants, low-class immigrants. When you see Miss Ramirez at the border, and she looked like she's been hanging out with cartel members all damn day, she is a low-class immigrant. They'll go ahead and send in ICE, get her up out of here. But when you start talking about visas and green cards, you start talking about these people getting locked out, you start talking about these people not getting access, those are high-class people. And the high-class ones come here to take from America and take back to their homeland. America has been a pipeline. That's why you've been seeing Donald Trump saying they're ripping this off. They're sending in the best of the best. This is why they want to stop birthright citizenship and birth tourism. That's why they want to stop both of those, family. And who are they talking about the most when they were talking about stopping birth tourism? They were mostly talking about not really the Mexicans. They was mostly talking about the Chinese. So now what you're seeing, fam, is all of this stuff is collapsing on them. You're going to see more of these nail salons going out of business. FBA is checking them. FBA is blacking them out. And also, these folks are getting deported. Because half them folks who've been coming over here, putting those little places in our community, fam, they're not actually legal citizens. Your dad may be, but when he brings over the whole family, hell of a lot of them are illegals. What about all those spas? You know, the spas with the good ending? Fam, just down the block from me, and I'm in the Southeast, there was an actual Asian spa that ended up getting raided, fam. They got raided by the feds, and everybody up in there was illegal. Same thing in Atlanta. They ended up getting those, 12 immigrants in Atlanta, arrested them, insurance fraud, all of those type of things, fam. So when we say that we blacken you out and you getting checked, you getting checked. When we say our dollar gonna circulate, our dollar gonna circulate. It don't matter what you want. It don't matter what you think. We gonna do as we say because we foundational Black Americans and we say so. Remember, y'all, everything we do, we got the backing of the strongest lineage, heritage, and culture. So the fact that we call these people out, oh, it gets even worse for them. Fam, that ain't the end of the story. When we say that these people are getting broke down, let's talk about now their assistance that is going out real damn fast. All the illegals, y'all in trouble now. And guess what? You should have been used to it. This is what we're talking about, fam. Watch this.
It's over. New York City has run out of money and will no longer give migrants from Venezuela food stamp cards. The program began because thousands of pounds of food ended up in the trash can because Venezuelans said that this food was not culturally acceptable to them and that they could not see themselves eating American food. Therefore, they threw it in the trash. What? Approximately 3,000 migrants received these food stamps cards that allow them to purchase foods and anything that they needed. But the mayor has said that he's out of money. There's no more funds to fund the program that has been giving 3,000 migrants from Venezuela a food stamp card. And so it begins because these people without food stamp cards, without hotel rooms, crime is about to hit the ceiling. We already seen it. New York crime is to the roof, especially done by these migrants who a lot of them belong to gang membership of El Tren de Aragua. The program was unsustainable. 3,000 Venezuelan migrants receiving food. It's over.
Oh, they get cut off, fam.
New York City has run out of money.
Real bad. Watch how it goes down.
If you're an immigrant receiving public assistance, this could jeopardize you on receiving a green card. Yeah, so the Trump administration is reviving a rule that could deny green cards to immigrants who use public benefits that could include food stamps, Medicaid, housing, vouchers, and others. The policy is known as public charge, appeared on Thursday in the Federal Register. It will be formally published on July 20th and take effect September 18th. Under the policy, applicants for green cards have to show they wouldn't be a burden to the country or public charges. The policy was first implemented in February 2020 as one of President Donald Trump's moves to limit illegal immigration during his first administration, but it was reversed after Democratic President Joe Biden came to power. A return comes when the Republican administration is implementing a hardline policy to curb both illegal and legal immigration, and when the cost of healthcare and food is rising. The federal government is reaffirming that the requirement of self-reliance, protecting public resources, and ending policies that encourage dependency on the backs of hardworking American taxpayer, U.S. citizenship, and immigration services, said in a post published on his X account. Now, according to data, over 50% of immigrant households depend on some form of welfare. Some form of welfare that's provided by the government, in comparison to only 37% of American households. So basically, they're saying that if you're going to come to this country, they want you to contribute to the country and not be a burden on the American taxpayers. Let me know what you feel about this revived policy. If you're an immigrant receiving public...
Oh, that's the worst part. Fam, if it wasn't already bad enough, now we get into the real. Now y'all in trouble. See, when you're cutting off all of those different means, now what you gonna do? Not a damn thing. Oh, family, let me tell you, if it wasn't already bad enough that ICE now basically has immunity, that's one bad problem for it. If it wasn't already bad enough that Donald Trump has his feud and his tariffs with a lot of these people's homelands, or he can send illegals back to wherever the hell he wants them to. Those are already bad deeds for them. Doesn't matter to us. But now you're getting cut off of your assistance programs. I told everybody that the illegal immigrant EBT system is over. Y'all remember when Joe Biden was throwing these people all this money? Folks were showing up talking about $100, $200, $3,000, $40,000 in high-rise hotels. You just seen right there, the Venezuelans said they don't even want the food. Fam, there's a food crisis because we're feeding these people cuisines that they don't even want, and they're throwing it in the trash. So now we're sitting there saying, okay, well, we're going to throw your ass in the trash, okay? So you can get the hell up out of the United States of America. You can leave our country, and then you can tell everybody back home, don't do the same damn thing. Now you're getting to these social benefits. And let me tell you who is going to be affected the most by all of this we're talking about. Mr. Yao Ming and Mr. Jackie Chan. Yes, indeed. So remember, when Mr. Yao Ming and Mr. Jackie Chan was talking real reckless, so let me go ahead and show everybody. The Haitians, the person you see on the right side, TPS done sent that person back home. The person you see on the left side, you know, the one who started this whole blackout, this whole wealth transfer. Oh, yeah. Now his community is about to go down bad real fast. Y'all watch what I'm talking about. By the way, we got 4.3 thousand people in the building. I need everybody right now. 2 seconds. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. I need everybody right now who's in the place, fam. Make sure you subscribe to the Black Alpha Network, fam. The hottest thing on the planet. We got Free Huey in the building. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. We ain't done. We don't hide. We don't run. We ain't here. We on one. You know, a party ain't a party if we don't come. Y'all look at this right here, fam. This is what I'm talking about. Let's get to the real thing. All of those social programs getting cut off for all of those illegals, including Mr. Jackie Chan and Mrs. Lucy Liu, The direct impact on undocumented Chinese migrants, loss of basic safety nets. Undocumented Chinese immigrants, including recent asylum seekers or individuals with expired visas, are barred from accessing federal subsidized services. This includes non-emergency care at federal qualified community health centers, early childhood education, Head Start, and federally funded behavioral health services. We ain't done. Emergency department reliance, because preventative and primary care at community health centers is restricted. Uninsured or undocumented individuals are often forced to rely on hospital emergency rooms for basic care, which are required by law to treat emergency conditions regardless of legal status. And here's the fun one, y'all. Impact on citizen children and LPRs. Chinese Americans living in mixed status households where some family members are legal permanent residents or U.S. citizens, while others are undocumented, aka nail salon, restaurant, often withdraw from programs that are legally entitled to, such as Medicaid, CHIP, or SNAP, out of fear that access benefits could trigger USCIS scrutiny or endanger a family member's visa or green card application. Damn. There you go. Your mama dances for Trump, by the way, too. No. Whoa. Hold up. Nah, my mind just got him. Wait. Hold up. Oh, we got some haters in the building tonight. Let's go. Oh, you in the right place. First off, your mama dances for Trump. Yeah, you ain't heard your mama dance for Trump? Yeah, she be doing the Trump, the whole little Trump little thing. Yeah, let me tell you something. Foundational Black Americans, we are independent. Foundational Black Americans, we pop popcorn and we watch the show. Foundational Black Americans, we in a position where you can go left, you can go right, you can go liberal, you can go conservative. We don't give a damn. Let me tell you something. Let's make this clear. You're not going to politically gangbang us. So whatever Democrat you're smoking, okay, keep that over there on the Democrat plantation. You're not going to bully foundational Black Americans into your little Democrat-Republican warfare, all right? Y'all notice whenever we start talking about foundational Black American political ideology, people always try to force us or bully us into being a part of one group. You can say, F the Democrats. Somebody going to say, why you sound like a Republican? You can say F the Republicans. Somebody gonna say, why you sound like a Democrat? No, we sound like certified foundational Black Americans who are independent, who aren't stupid enough to be a part of either one of those plantations. So you can tell your mama who's doing the Trump tramp to go ahead and get Trump smacked, and while you smoke Democrat, okay? So you can go ahead and do that. Tell your mama that she can meet Trump at the YMCA, and that's what he be doing. When he be doing that dance, when Trump be doing his little dance, he learned that from giving your mama back shots. All right, so ease back and ice up, son. You're dealing with number one. There you go. They don't want no problems, fam. They don't want no problems. That right there is a problem, though. That right there is an issue. They mad and they afraid that foundational Black Americans is out here holding it down, and they mama's getting the goddamn YMCA. Your mama getting the YMCA stroke. Why your mama getting the YMCA stroke? That's a bad day. Your mama getting the YMCA stroke. Donald Trump said he gonna put 80 years of Mar-a-Lago in your mama. That's your Mar-a-Lago mama. There you go. That's it. Let me show y'all something. Right here. Look at the screen, fam. There you go. That's the man right there who been giving that Mar-a-Lago stroke to that mama. That's the issue. They don't like that. They don't like that. And you know what it is? Let me tell you something. You're mad because foundational Black Americans, we got our own thing. And you're mad that I done outed that. Trump, he might be your daddy, but he don't claim you. You know what I'm saying? So you might need to bow down. Ice up, son. Ice up, son. There you go. Back to business. Back to work, family. Oh, I love doing it. Oh, I love it. Let me tell you something, fam. Let me tell you what I love, y'all. I love checking these political junks, okay? And when I say junk, I mean junkies, all right? These ain't nothing but Democrat and Republican junkies. Okay, every time you talk about the Democrats or the Republicans, they always want to bully us. It's like we can't even be independent with these people. Everything they do, fam, you got to be on one side or the other. Let me tell you, if you coming over here to the Black Alpha Network and you shilling for the Republicans, you in the wrong place. If you shilling for the Democrats, you in the wrong place. This is all about certified foundational Black American excellence, where we know how to politically use our prowess to use both of these people against each other. If Donald Trump got a plan that works for us, good. Okay. If a Democrat got a plan that works for us, good. But guess what? We don't work for them. Okay. But your mama was getting worked by him. Okay, and YMCA, that means your mama can't act. So when she's acting like Trump wasn't banging her out, she was acting bad. When she was acting like she wasn't giving that Joe Blow, she was acting bad. And when she was acting like she wasn't on her knees last night, she was acting bad. FBA all damn day, we get in the bag. Let me show y'all even further what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, Black Alpha undefeated, baby. Undefeated. I done beat everybody. I done beat everybody. Look at this right here, fam. This is what we talking about. Here you go. It's even worse. The U.S. is deporting people to countries they've never been to. Maybe this is where his mama's at. Who knows?
The United States is now deporting migrants not back to their home countries, but to completely different countries. So here's what's actually happening. The Trump administration is expanding something called third country deportations. Instead of sending someone back to their home country, the United States sends them to a random country. Anybody willing to take them. Why? Because these are people who have deportation orders, but can't legally be sent to their home country because they have something called withholding of removal or Convention Against Torture, which means that their life is in danger if they go home. A judge has already decided that. So Trump's solution, send them somewhere else and let that third country deal with it. The United States is cutting deals with countries like Cameroon, Rwanda, Equatorial Guinea, South Sudan. And what is the United States?
Whoa, listen to all them African countries, fam. Listen to all those African countries. Fam, all them folks who come over here and say, work harder, nigga. They're over there participating in the immigrant deportation slave trade. Africans now are in the deportation slave trade, fam. This ain't got nothing to do with Black Americans. This ain't got nothing to do with certifieds, family. This right here has everything to do with them. Africans now are exchanging gold coins for deportation people. Damn.
States offering money. Send them somewhere else and let that third country deal with it. The United States is cutting deals with countries like Cameroon, Rwanda, Equatorial Guinea, South Sudan. And what is the United States offering? Money. Sanctions relief, perhaps? Even upgrading their international reputation by telling U.S. citizens that it's safe to go travel. So in plain English, take our deportees and we're going to reward you.
Y'all hearing this right now? Tell me you hear this. Where the scam Africans at, family? How come the scam Africans ain't saying nothing about this right here? Listen to all of these African places that are accepting all of the deportees same way they accepted the slaves.
Send them somewhere else and let that third country deal with it. The United States is cutting deals with countries like Cameroon, Rwanda, Equatorial Guinea, South Sudan. And what is the United States offering? Money. Sanctions relief, perhaps? Even upgrading their international reputation by telling U.S. citizens that it's safe to go travel. So in plain English, take our deportees and we're going to reward you.
There you go. There you go. Y'all caught that. Boy, y'all caught too. Y'all caught that? Telling American citizens that it's safe to go there? Yeah. Bout ain't. Bout not. Bout won't. Bout can't. There you go, family. There you go again. I told y'all there was going to be some fire on this broadcast. I told you this was going to be epic and classic, family. And we already epic and classic. We only been on for less than an hour and we got 4.2 thousand people in here, family. Okay, we number one, fam. I'm on a generational run, baby. I done beat everybody. This is how we doing it, y'all. Certified live. Watch the chat right now because I'm looking at the chat and you guys are dropping some big receipts in the chat right now. Look at all the numbers and the statistics and the data and the key points that you're seeing in the chat, okay? Because I'm watching the chat and I'm learning a lot because you guys are on fire right now. You guys are in epic form. Everything you just said, and somebody made a good point, that the scam Africans are basically saying, we want in on this. This is what you don't get talked about. You don't get to hear this. No one's speaking on it. And notice it's bipartisan. Notice it's bipartisan, fam. Think about it. The Africans were plugged in with the Democrats, correct? And the Democrats were trying to Africanize us up, right? Correct? But the Africans also are cutting deals with Donald Trump. So therefore, they can bring in deportees and they can get money. Just said it. They want money for it. So Africans are exchanging money for deportees the same way they exchanged umbrellas and leaves and weapons for slaves. It's the same thing because ain't nothing changed but the numbers on the range, family. If you are an independent, certified, thorough, foundational Black American who does not subscribe to nobody's team except for our lineage, then a certified salute to you. You have already won. If you are somebody who's clinging to this group, clinging to that group, you got your favorite political party on the left, favorite political party on the right, you serve in the plantation, F you to you because you've already lost. Foundational Black Americans, we pay the cost to be the boss. Let me show you even further what I'm talking about, baby. Bars. Look at this right here, fam. It don't stop. Things are getting even more epic and even more epic. Not only are they trying to institute the law now for birthright citizenship, now they're putting in an act, y'all, to stop territories from being a part of America. Oh, yes, y'all. It done went up several notches. I already showed you earlier, Jim Banks from Indiana. He's trying to institute the law for them to go ahead and make birthright citizenship something that they can bypass the Supreme Court with, right? Check this out, y'all. Check this out. Now they're also instituting a law to where they can take territories like Puerto Rico and they can say, you are not a birthright American no more. They've passed, basically didn't pass, they wrote two laws that they're going to push forward to pass to stop anybody from coming into this country. They want to put America on lockdown, like a maximum security prison when it comes to all of the illegals trying to break in. Watch this right here, family. They got a new law every single day, and those new laws are to stop it. The End Birthright Citizenship for Territories Act. Puerto Rico, Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the Northern Mariana Islands.
Republican Congressman Morgan Griffith has introduced legislation aimed at ending automatic U.S. citizenship at birth in Puerto Rico and certain U.S. territories. The End Birthright Citizenship for Territories Act, introduced by Republican Representative Morgan Griffith, would amend federal laws that grant U.S. citizenship at birth to people born in Puerto Rico, Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the Northern Mariana Islands. Birthright citizenship is the legal principle that grants U.S. citizenship to most people born on American soil, regardless of their parents' immigration status. The bill would not affect people who already hold U.S. citizenship, as the amendments would not alter the citizenship or nationality status of anyone born before January 1st, 2027. American Samoa would remain unaffected by the proposal. Unlike other inhabited U.S. territories, people born in American Samoa are generally classified as U.S. nationals at birth rather than U.S. citizens, allowing them to live and work in the United States without automatically receiving the full rights and privileges of citizenship. Morgan Griffith, this Republican congressman, believes that this would address what he considers birth tourism.
Applying for American...
Stop! Family, it's only right, and it's a tradition on the Black Alpha Network that y'all right now tell me by expressing 100s in the chat, do you support this? Give me a 100 if you believe that we need to have the Birthright Citizenship to Stop Territory Act. If you down with it, let me see some. Let's go further. Trump's plan would increase U.S. citizenship application fee. Now Donald Trump wants to increase your application fee from $500 to $1.3 thousand.
Citizenship could soon get much more expensive. The Trump administration has released a new plan that would dramatically increase application fees in the U.S. citizenship process. For example, the fee for paper-based applications would increase from $760 to $1,330. The fee for online applications would jump from $710 to $1,280. That is a difference of $570. And importantly, the plan would also eliminate fee waivers and fee reductions for low-income immigrants who are, again, requesting U.S. citizenship. Now, it's important to underscore that the changes will not take effect immediately, and the public will be able to weigh in during a public comment period for and against the rule in the next 60 days.
Through neighborhoods, guided by artificial intelligence telling them who to arrest and what houses to knock on, and a computer algorithm telling the immigration officer which people to put on a deportation flight home and which people to arrest, sit in jail, and see an immigration judge for deportation. And no, this is not a movie. This is real.
Stop! Wait, hold up. Run it back, Black Alpha, run it back. Y'all let me know. Do you agree with and do you support? Damn, y'all still got the hunters going. Do y'all agree with this one about increasing the fee for applications? I know y'all gonna blow this chat up with Mo 100s, but can I get Mo 100s? Because y'all said y'all agree with this one right here, the End Birthright Citizenship for Territories Act. So let me know, do you agree with Donald Trump's proposed plan to increase the fee for paper-based applications all the way up? Let me know with Mo 100s. And then we're going to go on to the next thing. All of this is brand new proposed things for Donald Trump to cripple the illegal immigration invasion into the United States of America. The 100s is speaking. You said on my soul. I know that's right. How about this one, fam? They got even more plans to stop these folks. And it gets spooky for them. And it's only July. This week, AI would start advising ICE on who to arrest. Watch.
Rule in the next 60 days.
Through neighborhoods, guided by artificial intelligence telling them who to arrest and what houses to knock on, and a computer algorithm telling the immigration officer which people to put on a deportation flight home and which people to arrest, sit in jail, and see an immigration judge for deportation. And no, this is not a movie. This is real. It's called Immigration OS, and it's starting this week. This AI system puts together Social Security records, IRS records, DMV records, license plate readers, passport data, and probably some other data that I don't even know about, and put all this information together and tell immigration where to raid, who to arrest, and where to route people. Immigration officials are saying it works like Amazon Prime, but with human beings. But algorithms make mistakes and use bias.
It works like Amazon Prime. Fam, they want to Amazon Prime these illegals. Damn, that's cold in the middle of the summer. They want to Amazon Prime these folks, put them in boxes and drop them off on the doorstep of their homeland. Damn.
It's data. Even ChatGPT is wrong half the time. And this is going to end up having wrongful arrests, wrongful detentions, wrongful deportation, and no human being overseeing this. And once this system is perfected, it can be used against the entire fabric of American society, used against journalists, protesters, everyday Americans that the government wants to target. And even if you say you're doing nothing wrong, imagine you being targeted by an AI system wrongfully. And no one is overseeing this. Mark this week as an
in Trump's latest move to totally wreck our economy.
Stop! Now here comes policy number 4. Do you agree that Donald Trump wants to have only U.S. citizens to have bank accounts? Now he going to their bank accounts.
He is considering action that would require U.S. banks to require proof of citizenship to open and have a bank account. And they're even considering action that would require all current people who have bank accounts with U.S. banks to prove their citizenship to maintain their bank account. Guys, this is unprecedented. The banks are currently freaking out about this. They think that this would force them to be complicit.
No, they not. No, he lying. Boy, y'all supporting all this stuff. Y'all supporting all this. He lying. The banks are freaking out. You freaking out. And that woman that you met online, where you said that you was 6'1" model, and she found out you are a 5'1" Oompa Loompa, that's the only one who's freaking out. Stop lying. Ain't no damn banks freaking out. The banks is all for it. Straight up.
Into the aggressive immigration enforcement action taken by President Trump and his administration. Now, the problem with this is immigrants here on work visas, they pay on ITIN numbers, they pay taxes, and they don't get any benefits from it. They don't take Social Security. And
yeah, they do. They get all types of social benefits. Why is Donald Trump cutting it off if they don't get them? You still living in Joe Biden's world.
They contribute billions of dollars to the U.S. economy, and they run much of this through U.S. bank accounts. And this would essentially eliminate that. So the consequences of this,
the consequences of that are nothing. How about that one? Don't hit us with the consequences of and this is going to be a bad day for America, and blacks is going to get deported next, and it's Jim Crow, and it's all the same thing. No, ain't no consequences. Everything is everything, and we ain't falling for it. Family, what the problem is now is they can no longer scare us, okay? They can't come with that stuff that they was coming with the Africans American. They can't pull that stuff. I told y'all, we avoid all that. We untouchable. We are independent. Therefore, we can't be seen, can't be touched. We're not falling for all that because they're going to try to hit us with the blacks is next, and they're going to get y'all. All of that stuff has been canceled. What you're seeing now is that there's nothing left for them to do. And Donald Trump, oh, he done got turned up. You done pissed Donald Trump off with all of that birthright citizenship, undercutting him, talking about how they need to come into the country. They need to get this, that, and the other thing above Americans. He said, hell no to all of that. Straight up. Because let's go there, family. Illegal immigration and mass immigration does not serve the American public. It just does not. It does not serve the American public at all, no matter who you are, especially if you're a foundational Black American, because these people get dumped off in places that occupy 80% of our community. Remember that, y'all, where illegal immigrants get dumped off in are cities, towns, and counties that occupy 80% of the Black American population. This is all by design. So a foundational Black American, you got the right to say that you are completely against mass illegal immigration. As a foundational Black American, you got the right to say you are for deportation. As a foundational Black American, you got the right to say, pack your bags and take your ass home. You got the right to say it all. And anybody who's trying to tell you that you don't have the right is somebody who's anti-foundational. Yep. Whether that be a Democrat, a Republican, whether that be a fleer, a hopper, a skipper, a jumper, a tether, anybody who tells Black Americans we don't have the right to support deportation is somebody who wants to harm foundational Black Americans. But let me tell you the difference. It went from these people getting dumped off into our communities and that harming us to now they asses is getting dumped off on a plane and it's harming them. Businesses close, stores close, going home. Everything goes back full circle. And you can't blame FBA because we didn't make it this way. We didn't allow all these people into the country. You did. Only thing we did, family, is we said, if you're going to hit the deport button, hit the deport button. And guess what? The deport button done got hit. Fam, Julio Romero Gonzalez is out here now, and he's out here trying to complain. Y'all remember this guy? This is the guy who's always running around talking about how Black Americans need to help Mexicans. Black Americans need to help all the illegals. Now he's saying that Black Americans need to help Asians. Fam, the Spanish folks are now trying to cling necks to the Asians because they all know they on that blackout list. The blackout continues.
Police had arrested a man in Pennsylvania, Wu Xiaoping, a human rights lawyer that was escaping persecution from China due to the line of work he was in. He was working as an Amazon courier, and he was arrested with an active and pending asylum case. Right now, that man is very confused because he does not know exactly why he was arrested, despite he showed proof that he has an active asylum case. This has me begging the question, has America lost their values? Because when the Europeans came into this country,
Has America lost its values? For what? Sending an illegal home? You ain't even an American in the first place, fam. They want to come over here and ask us, are we losing our values? Maybe you didn't have no values when you came over here. Maybe we need to be asking you what type of criminality you brought across them damn borders and across that damn sea. We good over here.
We made it to 250 years. These people came here for land, wealth, opportunities, and was also escaping persecution.
Oh, God.
So I continue to ask the question, have we lost our values in this great country that was supposedly built? When things are like this are happening.
A great country that was supposedly built. Listen to him, fam. Listen to all that anti-Americanism coming out this guy. We done lost our values. How'd we make it 250 years supposedly built? You ain't increasing your probability of staying in my country, Julio. You're not coming across like a loyal citizen, Julio. You might need to go, Julio, because foundational Black Americans, we don't talk like none of that. But see, they do.
when we have cases like that happening. And when you hear someone that say, oh, well, if you come into the country legally, you have nothing to worry about. Those people are being disingenuous, because how you explain this case, whether you come here illegally or illegally, you're somehow persecuted. We're in an unusual state in this country right now.
No. You're in an unusual state and you're uncomfortable because you're used to the gravy train. Family, listen to how he's trying to make it look like America's got a problem. Question, y'all. Does America got a problem, or do illegal immigrants who flee to America got a problem? Ain't y'all tired of these illegals trying to make it look like it's an America issue? Trying to make it look like we got a problem as American citizens? Instead, it's you got a problem with a non-American citizen. That's really what it is. You on your own, bub. You on your own.
And I'm not feeling too patriotic, to be completely honest. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna leave you with. And I'm not feeling too patriotic, to be completely honest.
I am. Shit, good. We don't want you to. I'm standing on foundational Black American patriotism. And remember this, fam, because I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I don't flee. And I got all my certifieds with me. They don't like it. That right there. You feeling unpatriotic because you didn't get your way? We done lost our values because you ain't get your way? You see how these people always crying and whining? You want to cry into the door of America, don't you? You want to cry, whine, bitch, and moan to come into America. You want us to see you, all your sympathy, and pull out some Kleenexes and wipe your tears and let you in. When you fail at every single way of illegally and unlawfully invading America, the last thing you go to is crying, and the tears ain't working. Americans ain't got these tears in our beer for none of these damn illegals. We done seen it all. It's going to be black folks next. We done lost our morals. Now they not patriotic no more. Well, if you ain't patriotic, then go be patriotic in your motherland. Because I'm good right here in mine. We foundational Black Americans. I was just listening to James Brown earlier today, and he's from my hood of Georgia. I'm good over here on the Black American patriotism. What about you? Oh, you ain't too good, is you? Nope. Well, that's a you problem. And all of this is a you problem. And let me tell you something, fam. They're out here whining and they're out here crying and complaining. It's because you don't see Black Americans putting on the cape, and you don't see Black Americans telling these people to come on in. Let me explain something to you, family. You're not seeing videos of people coming out here and saying, it's all our fault. Let these folks come home. You don't see videos of Black Americans saying, well, we need to get our act together. You're hearing a story of Black Americans standing on our square. We told y'all where we stand. We not changing our opinion. Our viewpoint ain't going to flip. We going to stand on being FBA, the people who created this country, and you want to stand on being anti-FBA. So now foundational Black Americans from all walks of life is checking these folks. Did you guys see the video of the Black American sister at the airport? And she told, oh, buddy, I'll call ICE on you. Get out my face. Did y'all see that? Big grown ass dude. He started crying. He was getting all upset. He don't have that smoke for the W, though. See, fam, look what Donald Trump is doing to all these people. You ain't seen not near video of these folks talking about Donald Trump. I'm still waiting on people to call out Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly checking you, Stephen Miller checking you, Donald Trump checking you, Tom Homan checking you. You ain't saying nothing to them. But you want to run your mouth about FBA. Newsflash, breaking news. We don't give a fuck because we built this land. And when you built it, you already are the victors. Look at this right here, fam. This FBA sister was standing on business at the airport, and some illegal dude was running his mouth, getting real reckless. And she told him, hey, shit, bye. She told him, I'll call ICE on you. I'll call him twice on you because I ain't here to be nice with you. Watch this.
Maybe we should call ICE on you. You could have called ICE on me. Oh, say that again. Say that again. Maybe you need to be, because you don't act like a citizen. Get away. Who you calling me? Hello. You gonna call ICE on me? Get away. Say that again. She said you're gonna call ICE. Call ICE on me. Sir. I dare you to call ICE on me. Sir. Call ICE on me, lady. Sir, call ICE on me. You want the police to get I want ICE, like you said. Call ICE on me. Call ICE on me. I cannot hear you. Say it again. Say it again. You need to get it again like you got some guts. Get it out my face.
Listen, hey, listen how his voice is cracking. Say it again. Say it again. You getting pumped by Auntie. They said aunties was outside. Auntie's outside and they standing on business. Say it again. Look at all that smoke. You wouldn't talk to Megyn Kelly like that. Black Americans ain't playing with you. Look at her. She ain't even looking at dude. She letting the phone do the talking. Break down something, Pedro.
On me. Call ICE on me, ladies. Call ICE on me. You want the police to get involved? I want ICE, like you said. Call ICE on me. Call ICE on me.
I cannot hear you.
Say it again. Say it again.
You need to get
Say it again if you got some guts,
Get it out
ladies.
my face.
Say it
Get
again.
out my face.
Say it again.
Get out my face.
Say it. Your
My
ass is fired.
face.
You're getting fired.
You gonna get
You
away.
get fired. You get fired, and I'm suing you now. You are
you
racist
sue.
as hell.
You
You're
racist.
racist.
You
You're
racist. You
racist.
telling me how
You
lazy
said
I
no.
am? Get
You
away.
lazy
Get away.
and you're rude. You told me to go
Please.
to go get ice.
Get
Call
away.
ICE. What are you waiting for?
Get away.
What are you waiting for?
Get away.
What are you waiting for?
Get away.
What are you waiting for?
Maybe we
Let me.
Auntie checking him all day. Look at Auntie, get away. Look at him, he doing all that huffing, puffing, ruffling, and he ain't getting the word off. Voice cracking, shaking, he trembling. He out there with his knees buckling. Look at Auntie. Look at Auntie right now, certified salute. I love Black American women. Look at that, family.
You lazy and you're rude. You told me to go get ice.
Get
Call
away.
ICE. What are you waiting for?
Get away.
What are you waiting for?
Get away.
What are you waiting for?
Get away.
What are you waiting for?
Maybe we
Let me.
Maybe we
Let me
should
see
call
what
ICE
contact.
on you.
There you go. He out there crying. Listen to him out there crying, fam. You racist. You racist. You mean. Why don't you say something, fam? Look at all the smoke he got. Where that energy at, fam? I'm waiting. Fam, somebody tell me. Where's that energy right now for Megyn Kelly? Because she be talking about illegals every day, and not just the Haitians. Where's that energy for Stephen Miller, huh? Who said, get the hell out of my country. No energy. Fam, that right there shows you. Black Americans are not affected. Let me tell you, when Auntie's checking you, you a big old Julio. And you right there getting checked by Auntie. Only thing your ass did, you end up leaving with a beef and bean burrito and went sat down. That's what happened. Notice he starts saying you're racist. Notice they only see that when it comes to us. They don't see that with Megyn Kelly, who just called you every name in the book. They don't see none of that with Donald Trump. And what's bad? She said, I'm going to call ICE on you. And family, you know what ended up coming out about the reports, fam? Is that he was actually acting unruly and there was some type of procedural issues. She didn't just say call ICE because it was a slur. That's how he was trying to paint it. In reality, what she ended up doing was seeing the way he was acting, and she called out his paperwork. He had fraudulent paperwork. And then when she called it out, he got upset. So she said, maybe you are guilty. If the shoe fits, lace them MFers up. Fam, watch this. They did a whole news study. This man is making the rounds crying. Fam, I'm not lying to you, y'all. This dude is being a big old sassy Julio. He being a sassy Sanchez. All right? Certified salute to Auntie right there. Continue to hold it down, Auntie. Hold down what you're doing. Make the airline safe. Make the air safe for us. We need to give Auntie big, much respect because you're making it safe for Americans at these airports with all these damn sassy Sanchez's running around here. Auntie is keeping the American streets safe from sassy Sanchez's. Shout out to our sister. Watch this, fam. Dude out here, and he was crying.
Now we're back with a confrontation between
and a ticketing agent is now under investigation. The agent appeared to threaten to call ICE on the man because he said, quote, you don't act like a citizen. CBS News senior transportation correspondent Chris Van Cleve has more, including what the airline is saying.
Maybe we
Let me
should
see
call
what
ICE
contact.
on you.
You gonna call ICE on me? Oh, say that again.
United Airlines says it's investigating what happened at San Francisco's airport last Tuesday.
Say that again. Say that again.
Maybe you need to be, because you don't act like a citizen. Get away.
I was angry. I was disappointed. I felt demeaned.
This video was captured by passenger Julio Varela.
I'm a U.S. citizen. My wife's a U.S. citizen. My kids are U.S. citizens.
What's your name?
Varela says earlier the customer service rep had refused to help fix an issue with his daughter's ticket. He claims after 3 hours of trying to get it resolved with other agents, the woman in the video stepped in.
And I said, well, my wife made the mistake, but we've been trying to correct it. So that's what we're here for, so you can help us. He says, well, I don't care if you fly or not. So that's what got me upset. And I said, what's your name? She said, I'm going to give you my name.
Varela says that's when he got frustrated and got out his phone.
I'm asking you for your name so I can report you.
The United employee is then seen with her phone out, and the exchange remained heated, leading up to her comments now under investigation.
Let me see what contact.
You gonna call ICE on me? Oh, say that again.
United would only tell us it is looking into the interaction. Varela told us an airline representative called him over the weekend to apologize for the situation. He and his family were ultimately able to make their scheduled flight and take their trip to Montreal.
Now, We're back with a
family. Did he go and do a news interview? She was mean to me. She said that I was not a citizen. What it was, fam, she didn't have to help you. She said, I'm not going to be over here doing all of this stuff. He ain't had no smoke for the other people.
Report last Tuesday.
Say that again. Say that again.
Maybe you need to be, because you don't act like a citizen. Get away.
I was angry. I was disappointed.
You were zesty. You were fruit cup. Yeah, exactly. And look at this, family. He went on a whole thing to try to get her fired, family. And the United Airlines employee has not been fired. Nope. And the United Airlines has came out and made a statement. And they said following the situation at the San Francisco International Airport where a customer service agent was caught on video threatening to call ICE on a Mexican-American passenger that did not act like a citizen, both United Airlines and the union representing the workers launched investigations. They say to track the outcome, you got to follow the story. Fam, y'all see how even in the face of these people getting deported, even in the face of these individuals getting locked up, they still find time to cry and whine about foundational Black Americans. Get your zesty ass on that flight and get the hell up out of here. And that sister's good to go. Ain't nothing wrong with that sister. We stand by your sister. Do what you do. And he just going to be zesty wherever the hell that damn plane lands. That's the only difference. So you see the difference, fam. And they was trying to get her fired. That's what they was doing, fam. They wanted to get her fired so bad. But they would never, ever have that type of energy for them W's. They leave them alone, don't they? Mm-hmm. And also, I seen another report, fam. Another report came out after that. And the union in which he works for, the union said, well, we'll get back to you. And if you know a union is basically saying, we ain't handling none of that because that's all collective bargaining. Okay, so therefore, AKA the auntie's good. She still got her job, and that's all gonna get brushed away. And Sassy Sanchez just sent his ass back to San Juan. How about that one, fam? That's the difference between foundational Black Americans and them. And this is why you got every right to say deport. There it is, family. Deport them, send them home. Ain't my problem. Never have been, never could be, never should be. Shout out to that auntie though for standing on business. And Black Americans are standing on business everywhere throughout the United States of America. And the same sentiments that we're echoing, you're seeing that from the average brother or sister out here in the streets because it's spiritual. We all know when you come to this country, we standing on FBA business. You're going to respect FBA business. FBA business is not to be disrespected from no one. Nobody's going to disrespect foundational Black Americans. It just don't work that way. But fam, I got a little something for these individuals who, you know, they think that what they doing is good and they think that they own one, fam. Well, Black Alpha has a new record that has came out, fam, and I want to show everybody. There's a new segment that we're running here on the Black Alpha Network, okay, just to keep everybody up with all the Sassy Sanchez's, you know what I'm saying, and all the Julio Romeros. I want everybody to see this right here, fam, and we call this Week in Deportations, okay, or This Week in Deportations. This Week in Deportations, right here on the Black Alpha Network. I want everybody to enjoy the show and show y'all why we've been over here doing our certified FBA thing. Whoa. While we've been over here standing on business doing our certified FBA thing, these folks been getting handcuffed and these folks been getting wrapped up and heading back home. This Week in Deportations.
Ooh, sha-la-la, dum-da-dum-dum. That morning train pulled slowly from the station. Another tearful final farewell demonstration. This week in deportations. Left empty streets and silent conversations. This week in deportations. Just lonely nights and broken-hearted situations. Ooh, sha-la-la, dum-da-dum-dum. That morning train pulled slowly from the station. Another tearful final farewell demonstration. This week in deportations. Left empty streets and silent conversations. This week in deportations. Just lonely nights and broken-hearted situations.
This week in deportations. Your asses is going back home. And next week in deportations, it'll be the same thing. In the week after, in the week after, in the week after. And it don't stop, family. Hell no. And what the hell was this guy doing? Hold on.
Morning train pulled slowly from the station. Another tearful final farewell demonstration. This week in deport.
Did he just go and hide? He said his song is fire. He's hiding. We can see you, Jackie Chan.
Left empty streets and silent conversations. This week in deportations. Just lonely nights and broken-hearted situations.
There you go, fam. Another one from the Black Alpha Network this week in deportations. And we're going to have another one and another one and another one. Bye. Shout out to y'all, man, because y'all be telling me my laugh be cracking y'all up. I never noticed that. It's just I be laughing like this forever. And I be seeing people all the time. They be like, boy, Black Alpha's laugh is precious. It makes y'all laugh. If it makes you laugh and bring everybody joy, I appreciate that, fam. I'm humbled by that. Thank you. I be seeing everybody talk about it on TikTok and on Twitter and the live, man. I appreciate that. Much love. Much love. I'm humbled by it. But yes, fam, this weekend, deportations. They asses is going home. And foundational Black Americans, we ain't got no cape for no damn body. What we are doing, though, fam, is that we're sitting back and we're watching the way everything plays out, and we're enjoying the show. Family, let me show you another thing that Donald Trump came out with. And this is another thing that these people are just going to have to see. Now Donald Trump is going to do something for the veterans of the United States of America. I'll let him say it, fam, and then we'll break it down.
Today, I'm making one more important announcement. My administration will soon take historic action to get illegal alien truck drivers who are just killing a lot of people. They can't read signs. Many of them are on drugs or alcohol, and they shouldn't be driving these things. And they came in totally illegally, and we don't want them, but they are driving all over American roadways, and we're going to replace them with proud American veterans. We're going to take our veterans. We're going to teach them a lot about driving trucks, and in many cases they know. We're going to say any American who's driven a heavy truck for our military will automatically be eligible for a commercial driver's license. So we're going to get them taken care of.
Shout out to if we got any truck drivers in the house tonight, fam, or we got any veterans in the house tonight, fam. I know y'all rocking with that one. Straight up. That's a good one right there. I support that. And fam, you're going to have people going to come out and say they don't support it. You're going to have some folks who say that ain't good. That is good. Donald Trump a comedian, boy. I'm telling you right now, I thought Joe Biden falling up the stairs was going to be like the best thing, fam. And then when he left, I was like, ain't no more laughing. And then Trump done came in, and that's pure comedy. But that's a good one right there, fam. Because think about it, y'all. How many young Black Americans have you seen that were getting unalived by these illegals who jumped behind the wheel? Remember, Joe Biden said that he gave them immunity. He doesn't see that as any crime. So again, that's something else that affects us that people been mum about, but it's all coming back on them. Tell y'all, he done entered the chat. You got the Foundational Black American Wealth Transfer Blackout, and then you got Donald Trump spazzing out. That's what you got. He's spazzing out on all of them. So it's all going back to that same community, and it's all going back to all of them. They're all witnessing it, and they're all having to feel that fire, feel that flame. And we here for the show, fam. When I say we here for the show, I mean that stuff. We are genuinely, truly here for the show. But there's a lot more that people have been saying and things that we've been seeing that's going on in the United States of America that perhaps they don't really want to talk about. They don't really want to go there. They don't really want to get to the brass tacks of the situation. But we are. Family, when I say that this whole situation going on in the United States of America is exactly what it is a disarray. It's a melee of a bunch of people trying to force these folks into us. Let me bring it on back to Mr. Yao Ming Chow Mein right here, family. Let me show y'all how he was getting packed up. And you seen Donald Trump talking about China. Family, let me show y'all how this all ended. This man ended up still going to jail.
Showing the attempted immigration arrest at Reid International is raising questions tonight about federal enforcement. Good evening, I'm Dana Wagner.
So a controversial ICE arrest. It's caught on this video. And this all going down at the airport in Las Vegas. Well, you see this guy on the ground. Well, ICE agents, they end up walking away from this guy and notice he still has a handcuff on his wrist.
What's going on? They do it here. I want to think they go. What's going on?
Yeah, a lot of confusion happening here.
Stop. What hell sound did he just make? Fam, can y'all translate this? Somebody in the chat, translate what he just said.
I want to think they go. I want to think they go. I want to think they go. I want to think they.
Somebody. Give me something in the chat, fam. I'm posting it. Tell me what he's saying. I need all of my brothers and sisters to tell me, translation, what the hell this man just said. I heard about 5 vowels. I seen about 7 numbers. I heard Morse code, a walkie-talkie. What?
What's going on?
What?
They know it here. I got the ticket go. What's going on? I got the ticket go. What's going on? I got the ticket go. What's going on? They know it here. I got the ticket go. What's going on?
Yeah, a lot of confusion.
What's going on?
Yeah, a lot of confusion happening here, but here's the deal. Two agents were standing over the man. You could hear him screaming there. Well, they end up taking off when they realized someone's recording them. Las Vegas police ran a records check. They found out that there.
I can't even put what y'all giving me, man. I can't go home. Pancake home. Missy Elliott, hee-haw. I want to drink a goat.
were no outstanding warrants. So
I got the ticket go. What's going on?
yeah, a lot of confusion happening here, but here's the deal. Two agents were standing over the man. You could hear him screaming there. Well, they end up taking off when they realized someone's recording them. Las Vegas police ran a records check. They found out that there were no outstanding warrants, so they removed the handcuff from this guy. Then the man got on his flight to Los Angeles, but ICE says it wasn't over. He wasn't in the clear. Once he landed in LA, he was arrested. The agency says the 57-year-old, who is from Vietnam, had overstayed his visa.
As for Nguyen, he's now in ICE custody in California, pending deportation.
Video you will only.
Damn. So he still ended up and deported. Fam, another one. There you go, family. We just out here calling it for what it is. He still ended up getting deported. So ICE was doing their job. And it seems to be that every single damn time they just doing their job. Family, back at it. So you see what happened was they're getting a note to go after and target different people from different communities. Donald Trump is using immigration and ICE as a weapon against certain people from certain communities. Don't think for 1 second he isn't using this as global punishment for different countries who disrespect America in his eyes. See, you can hit people with tariffs, but you got to go through the international realm. When you start hitting people with ICE and deportation and getting their nationals up out of here and sending a message to the world, that all goes on under his jurisdiction right here in America. That all goes on here. He ain't got to go through no different legislation to get that passed. All you got to do is say, get them. ICE done ran up on dude because they were suspecting him on some fraudulent behavior to send a message, and then they got up out of there, and then they just waited until the next one. ICE all up in them airports right now, family. All up in them airports. So you can't run, you can't hide. And a lot of these people been trying to fly domestically, getting snatched up. They trying to fly internationally, come back, getting snatched up. There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide if you are an illegal. And they're mad because we are non-deportable. Certified salute and shout out to Team Non-Deportable. We told them we was Team Non-Deportable, y'all. We told them, and there's nothing that they could do about it to change that. Fam, let me show y'all even further what I'm talking about. Oh, the meltdowns ain't stop. Hell no, fam. It's just beginning. This thing ain't even halfway got rolling. But family, let me go to the whole slave trader community. Yeah. Y'all know how Africans always come over here to America and they tell foundational Black Americans that they really built America, or they tell foundational Black Americans what we do is really them. Fam, now Africans are coming out and Africans are saying that they ain't ever built nothing. Yeah, let me tell y'all the chokehold that delineation got these people under. Delineation got these people in the chokehold in the headlock, family, that they can't run from. Africans are always trying to take our accomplishments and put their name on it. They're always trying to take our accomplishments and say it belongs to them. Now, family, they're coming out and they're saying, we've never built nothing. We've never done nothing. And the reason why we can't build Africa is because we don't have the knowledge, fam. The Africans now are admitting that they don't know how to build nothing. So that basically cancels out all of that y'all built America stuff too. Watch this, family. This is how they be talking. This is how they be speaking. Mr. Lumbumba the 15th says Africans don't know how to build. Sounds a lot different than the TikTok tethers.
Black Africans have no history of building. So they have no history
of maintenance. If you don't know how to create or make a car, Africans have no history of building, so they have no history of maintenance. If you don't know how to create or make a car engine, how can you maintain that engine? If you don't know how to build roads, how can you maintain them? One reason Black Africans have struggled to maintain the colonial infrastructure they inherited is that it was not built by them. The infrastructure that the people of Burkina Faso are currently building with their own hands will give them an advantage. When you construct something, you come to understand its intricacies, making maintenance much more easier. How could anyone expect Africans to maintain the trains left behind by colonial powers when they lacked the tools and knowledge even to make a simple boat?
Wait, family. What would happen if we said this? This man said they ain't got no knowledge. He said they ain't got the knowledge to build a simple boat. He said Africans ain't ever built nothing. The reason why they can't maintain anything because they ain't got the knowledge. Family, what would happen if we said that? Oh, this cancels all the y'all's is xenophobic. Look like he's xenophobic and he one of y'all. Miss me with the y'all's a hate group. Look like he a hate group and he one of y'all. All that talk that they be talking about Black Americans is coming from them now. Dude said they don't have the knowledge. Cold.
When they lacked the tools and knowledge even to make a simple boat. How can you expect them to sustain governance, civic responsibility, salaries, and pensions, and even to continue managing the European-style nations left to them when much of their population's intellect is rooted in tribal affiliations? And
what? Damn! Most of their intellect is rooted in tribalism. I'm just saying, dog. FBA said that they was tribalistic and they threw a whole tether temper tantrum. FBA said that they all up underneath the W man's armpit. They threw a whole tether temper tantrum. Let's keep it a buck.
Continue managing the European-style nations left to them when much of their population's intellect is rooted in tribal affiliations and intertribal rivalry. When people actively engage in creating their environment, they are more likely to implement maintenance and upkeep measures.
Damn!
Africans have no history of building. So they...
Whoa. Things done got real in the field, family. Listen to what they saying now. Damn. You would have never heard any of this before, but you're hearing it now because they can't run from. I tell everybody they can't run. They cannot run, y'all. They got to accept it. Africans cannot build. They don't have it to build. I ain't say that. I'm only telling y'all what your man said. That's your man's right there. That's Mr. Lumbumba. I said the 15th, he may be the 17th. He may be the 26th, but we damn sure know he's from the Lumbumba tribe. And the Mutombo tribe feels the same way. You can't blame FBA for that one, but y'all see what we're talking about. It's always cap. Everything has been exposed as cap. All of these people always hating on FBA is just cap. What it really is that you're trying to maneuver to get FBA to do what you want us to do. And now that we're not doing that, now you have no choice but to speak the truth. The truth gonna come out, fam. What they say, what's done in the dark come to light. Now they gotta own it. Now they gotta stand on it. It's what y'all said about your people, so you can't blame my people because my people number one, baby. I told y'all, man, we stay on top. We don't even know what it look like, fam, being anywhere other than that. FBA always say, when I know there's some FBA haters out there, I know they be mad. I know they be making a little cheap struggle ass videos, okay? Just remember, you got about 2 people watching you, okay? And one of them is a cheater. Foundational Black Americans, we got the world watching us, trying to be like us, but can't be like us because we are that authentic. So it's feeling real good to see these people saying the things that we've been saying, and We ain't even have to open our mouth to say a damn word, family. I told you, foundational Black Americans, we stand on business by sitting on the couch. We get a lot said by saying nothing. Foundational Black Americans show up, show out, and everybody has to take a number and get in line. Let me show y'all also what I'm talking about these people, and they have to get in line. 24/7 Blackout, family. This is what it's on, fam. This is what it is. Blackout 24/7, 365, y'all. This is what we doing. We ain't backed up from it, not at all. We ain't took one step backwards. We only going forward, y'all. Everybody right now is witnessing this foundational Black American fire that we got popping off, and it is amazing. But family, it doesn't stop just there. When I say that our blackout energy is so prominent and so powerful, that's exactly what's occurring. Fam, let me show y'all something else that they're saying over there in Africa that they can't blame foundational Black Americans for. Family, tell me the difference. Notice, y'all, they don't want to be around each other. Now, they're accepting deportees, but they're saying this too.
There is no child who can be a citizen of a country if none of his parents are a citizen of that country. So in this case, if both the two parents are non-South African citizen, even if you were born in South Africa, you do not become a South African citizen. You only become a South African citizen if either your mother or either your father is a South African citizen. But when you are born here, if you are a child born from two non-South African citizens, you still remain a non-South African citizen, and then you'll follow the citizenship of your parents. There is no child who can be a citizen of a country if none of his parents are a citizen of that.
Damn, fam, that sounds like birthright citizenship to me. That's what it sounds like, family. It sounds like birthright citizenship, and no one can be if you do not be. Yes, absolutely, family. Sound like they delineating. Oh, see, fam, let me tell you what we've done. We have put a mirror in front of all of these people. That sounds like delineation, because y'all were the first ones to delineate. When Black Americans try to extend our hand and extend our graces, y'all didn't respect that because you don't respect us. So since we simply pulled the plug, blackout, now you over there saying the same exact thing. So I'm going to need all of you to focus on each other, because you are each other's problem. You're not our problem. We don't know you. And apparently by all of these different rules and regulations and things that are getting canceled, you're not going to come to America and live too sweet anyway, because there's an illegal immigrant invader crackdown happening. And we know y'all run when things get hot any damn way. So therefore, y'all delineate and stay over there. And foundational Black Americans is right here. Y'all got enough tribalism. Y'all got enough war. Y'all got enough bamboo sticks and spears to handle y'all problems. You ain't got to come over here and worry about FBA, man, because we ain't got no problems. Man, I love every one of y'all. We got some more. Let me tell everybody this right now, family. This is all about you guys. Everything that we do, fam, all 4.6 thousand people in here, everybody subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. We breaking records, y'all. I tell everybody we are number one, not 2, 3, 4, or 5. We are number one. That's because of y'all. Without y'all, there ain't nothing. This is the only interactive, simultaneous family tree broadcast out there, family. So I send a certified salute to everybody. And I was just telling somebody close to me earlier today, fam, it all starts with the certified 100, certified Black society. It's all about you guys. You guys break stories. Y'all bring the news from every aspect of America, because we well represented in here. Matter of fact, if we well represented in here, can I get a generational roll call? Can I get we love our generational roll calls, fam, just to show everybody. We got a lot of new people tapped in to the Black Alpha Network. Can I get a generational roll call? Which means, can I see my certified baby boomers? Stand up. Can I see my certified Gen Xers? Stand up. My certified millennials? Stand up. Can I see my certified Gen Z? Stand up. And y'all know Gen Alpha's coming after all of that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in here, please stand up, be fully accounted for, and let the world know. I want to give you guys a shine, okay? It ain't about me, it's about y'all. So please let the world know how y'all standing in here, family. And I see y'all every day certified. I got more, though. Let's cook, fam. We ain't done. We don't hide. We don't run. We ain't here. We on one. You know, a party ain't a party if the certifieds don't come. Regulators. I see y'all. Oh, yep. Gen Z, millennial, Gen X, all damn day long, baby. Hey, we feeling better than ever. Ain't we stronger than ever, baby? Ain't no chinks in our armor, y'all. We good. We looking good. Black don't crack. We holding it down, fam. We stronger than ever. Fly to the sky, baby. G'd up from the feet up. I see you, early millennial. Yes, indeed. Let's go some. Family, look at this. While we over here celebrating FBA, Foundational Black American Excellence, they over there having meltdowns. They over there crying. Because guess what, y'all? DACA is about to get fully canceled. Trump got his target on them now. And they crying.
My mom is a DACA recipient and her DACA expires tomorrow. She's on the verge of losing her job. My mom wrote a letter for all of you. I came to the United States when I was 8 years old. My parents taught me the importance of honesty, hard.
Yeah. Whatever, Junior Selena. Millennials, stand up. I know you ain't going to let there be more baby boomers and Gen X's in here. I'm a millennial. I need my millennials. Stand up. Let's go. Okay, back to baby Selena.
Work and always.
Tell us more about your mama going home.
Always doing what is right.
And we don't give a damn.
Like millions of immigrant families, we came to America pursuing the promise of the American dream.
DACA transformed lives, including mine. It allowed us to work, to study.
Only thing to transform you is Burger King. Since we talk about transforming, more than meets the eye or the pie.
To support our family and to show up even more fully in our community that we have always called home.
Beginning 14 years ago, DACA has provided mountains of evidence. And that is this, that if we want to use immigration policy to help workers, then what we should do is just that, help workers.
DACA recipients are teachers, nurses, analysts, engineers, healthcare workers, first responders, small business owners. We contribute to our communities, strengthen our communities, and help our nation prosper. We are raising families, purchasing homes, pursuing careers, and investing in the future of this country.
Today, our movement is face to face with the reality that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke about nearly 60 years ago.
No, see, fam? This is Barack Obama. Barack Obama is the one who gave these people DACA using Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s name. Yeah, Dreamer. Fam, they've been running around here using us. They've been using us, our struggle, our people, our foundation. This is our foundation. This is not your foundation. You only stand on this foundation. You ain't build the foundation. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't around for no damn DACA. No, he wasn't. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is a foundational Black American. You better try another one. You better double up and bring it back, Miss Burger Queen. Hell to the no. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Barack Obama literally used Dream from Dr. Martin Luther King's famous speech, and he put it in a policy for illegals, the same illegals who now disrespect us and try to incite Dr. Martin Luther King.
Investing in the future of this country.
Today, our movement is face to face with the reality that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke about. Movement is face to face with the reality that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke about nearly 60 years ago. One America that's guarded and shaped for those in the highest seats of power and the ultra wealthy, where access to healthcare, education, housing, belonging is a right that everyone is able to access in that America.
We're here today because not just DACA recipients, not just dreamers, the entire immigrant community across the country is under attack.
I am very proud to say that the 65 unions of the AFL-CIO from every state and every territory in the country reaffirmed our commitment that the fight for immigrant justice is a core priority of the labor movement. Immigrant rights are workers' rights. We're not leaving anybody behind.
As long as I'm here, I'm going to keep fighting in that building right there until we pass the DREAM Act and make immigration better for everybody.
Make immigration better for everybody. So for immigrants, do y'all notice they always say better for everybody, family? As if like everybody applies to us. Everybody applies to them. And speaking of them, family, I thought you weren't allowed to get nothing specific in America. Dreamer, that's for them, ain't it? They told us you can't get nothing specific. That's what the Democrats always say. You can't get nothing specific. You can't do nothing. That's just for y'all. Well, family, that looks like something very damn specific, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It looks something very, very specific, and they don't got a problem with anything that's specific as long as it's going specifically to somebody other than foundational Black Americans. We ain't dumb. We don't fall for none of them games. You better try that on somebody else. That's what they're trying to do, fam. And they think they slick, but they falling real fast. They falling real fast for everything that they're trying to come up with. And fam, one of the main things that they've been trying to do here is, like I said, utilize what FBA creates and then try to infuse all these other groups into it. Everybody's getting cracked down right now because DACA right now is getting canceled. A lot of people who are on DACA, they're showing up and they're saying their DACA has been revoked. See, with DACA, Donald Trump simply is just revoking a lot of people. He's just revoking them. He's just saying, nope, okay, you can't have it. Okay. And it's getting expired. And he told everybody that he was going to make all of that stuff expire and there was going to be no way around and none of that. So therefore, that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's going down. And these people are on stage crying. And they talking about Dr. Martin Luther King. Let me tell you something. We done reclaimed Dr. Martin Luther King. So no more stealing or mooching off of his legacy. Nice try. Notice they don't ever bring up Dr. Martin Luther King no more. As soon as we start saying Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, we're going to Washington to go get our check, they quit bringing him up. Okay. So that can't save you. But that all goes back to Barack Obama. And that's why we're saying we got to start running these politicians completely out the paint, especially if they're non-FBAs. And speaking of that, family, remember when Jasmine Crockett was down there in Texas and she was running and she was talking all that stuff about ICE and she was talking all that stuff about black folks and all this, and them same Latinos that she was so in love with voted for the other guy, that Tallarico guy. Remember that, fam? She thought she was going to cape for illegals to get herself into office. Well, family, they all ended up voting for that Tallarico guy. Now he's running around here talking about he's got this $1 billion approach and he's spending all this money to reach out to black Americans. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work because, family, you can't outspend us when it comes to influence. You can't outspend us when it comes to relatability. FBA done made y'all names dirt in these streets, so now you got to sit on it, you got to stand on it, you got to own it. But you know now, fam, he's coming out talking about reparations, and I'm going to let y'all see exactly what I'm talking about this man and him speaking on reparations. Y'all tell me where y'all hear the damn flex and where y'all hear the finesse. Tell me right now, black Americans, where do you hear the finesse when this man starts talking about reparations? Because I'm going to tell you now, fam, the Democrats are going to play this game about reparations. They're going to act like it because they're going to try to make up ground that they lost because foundational black Americans put them on that corner all day. Y'all look at this right here. Now he's saying that he supports reparations. And family, these reparations he talking about ain't the reparations we talking about. Y'all watch this.
Do you support reparations, and would you legislate for an anti-black crime bill?
Thank you. Restoration, repairing past harms is part of my faith tradition. It's part of the values I was raised with. And it's exactly why we need a lot of the policies we've been talking about here to invest in black communities, to invest in black Texans, whether it's tuition relief, whether it's home ownership grants, whether it is baby bonds to ensure that we are helping to build that generational wealth. We have to correct the injustices of our past. I talked about Sam Branch, Texas. I don't think I mentioned that Sam Branch is a freedman community. So we are seeing...
He's doing the same thing that the governor of Kentucky, Andy Beshear, did when I checked him. We said reparations. Ain't nobody say nothing about no restitution, no restoration. Ain't nobody say nothing about no resurrection. We said reparations. And notice he didn't even acknowledge the anti-black American hate crime protection. He didn't acknowledge the anti-black American hate crime protection. I know this personally. When you bring up reparations, they'll say another word back to you, and then they'll start deflecting about other areas. When I started talking about reparations, they started talking about Kentucky. I said nationally. Watch this, family. He thinks he's slick.
Legislate for an anti-black crime bill.
Thank you. Restoration, repairing past harms is part of my faith tradition. It's part of the values I was raised with. And it's exactly why we need a lot of the policies we've been talking about here to invest in black communities, to invest in black Texans, whether it's tuition relief, whether it's home ownership grants, whether it is baby bonds to ensure that we are helping to build that generational wealth. We have to correct the injustices of our past. I talked about Sam Branch, Texas. I don't think I mentioned that Sam Branch is a freedman community. So we are seeing the reverberations of slavery.
Look at that brother right there in the crowd. Look at that brother right there, family. Look at that sister over here. That brother ain't buying none of that. Look at that brother right there looking at him, mugging him. That brother know what he's saying is bull-ish. Look at his sister over here, smirking. She know that's bull-ish. Certifieds done enter their rooms now. Now they got to see us. That brother said, what about reparations and an anti-Black American hate crime protection? That's grassroots right there, fam. That is all specifically from the grassroots. They got to see us. They have to see us. And the brothers and sisters right there in the crowd ain't going for it. We know that ain't nothing but babble. You trying to babble your way out of reparations. You ain't said nothing about money, and you ain't said nothing about the hate crime protection. You skipped over it talking about every other thing. This is the typical Democratic snake trying to run that Democratic snake agenda, and that Democratic snake agenda don't work. That Democratic snake agenda ain't working.
In modern day Texas, all over the place. And until we as a society are committed to righting those past wrongs, of restoring our Black communities, we're never going to be able to get this country back on track.
Did he answer the question, Black Americans? He ain't say a damn thing. He babbled his way around it. He ain't say nothing about it. He ain't even acknowledged the hate crime protection like he didn't just hear it. And with reparations, he immediately starts talking about other things. Reparations is an actual policy. It's not a policy in a policy. It's not a policy in an agenda. It's a direct policy. And if you ain't talking it, you ain't talking to us.
You support reparations, and would you legislate for an anti-Black crime bill?
Thank you. Restoration, repairing past harms is part of my faith tradition.
Ain't nobody ask you about your faith tradition. Now, when them illegals want to come here to the United States of America and y'all be breaking them off with millions of dollars, you don't talk about your faith. Go to church if you want to talk about your faith. We talking about policy. We talking about protection. We talking about Black American agendas. Miss me with the faith in church and going to school. We don't give a damn about none of that. You better keep that stuff in the church. Y'all see how the ways of the past don't work no more? Y'all see how they try to scam us? Does that look familiar to this family?
Sir, what are your thoughts on reparations for Black Americans?
Oh, I think that we need to make sure that there is opportunity for everyone in America, and there haven't been enough opportunities.
Specific for Black Americans?
Well, I think we need.
Specifically, I'm asking specifically.
I think we need to look at early childhood and where we started.
Same thing.
I think we need to look at where different dollars go in terms of economic development. I think we need to.
You had HR 40, and HR 40's been there for a long time, and hasn't done that. Well, a lot of times that's stalled.
But like
specifically for Black Americans,
in Kentucky,
kind of like how these immigrants get specifically.
In Kentucky, what we were able to do, for instance, I get it. I'm trying to give you an example of what we've done.
Well, I know a lot of examples.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Okay, you don't really support it?
I'm not saying.
Here, let me follow up. Let's stay in touch. Okay, what are you? Yeah. What's your name? It's on my card. Oh, no, tell me your name. I got Hereford. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So he doesn't support reparations for foundational Black Americans, and y'all seen every single excuse that they gave. And y'all know exactly how it goes. Kentucky, and I ain't asked about Kentucky. I said for Black Americans in America specifically, like immigrants get, and then this is the type of things you get from these Democratic field conventions. Shout out to Foundation Black Americans. Grassroots, we're gonna continue to press them. They got Clyburn up out of here, but we're still right here certified all day. Let's go.
There you go. Right there, family. Democratic babble because they don't support reparations for certified foundational Black Americans, and they're mad because we pressing them and we telling them exactly what it is, y'all. That's how we doing it. Oh, and certified salute to the whole FBA family because y'all been pulling up on these people everywhere they go. He gave the same exact answer that the Tellerico guy gave, which is the same exact answer that Kamala Harris gave, which is the same exact answer that Joe Biden gave or Barack Obama gives, because the Democrats want to weasel their way out of the reparations conversation, but they mad because Black Americans are popping up everywhere and we seeing them face to face. I seen Kamala Harris and Andy Beshear 2 times in 1 month, checked both of them and kept it pushing. They know what reparations are, fam. They would prefer to act like they don't know what it is. But now that we checking them, now they got to address it. And when they do address it, they want to just feed back to you a word that you didn't even ask. When I say reparations, I'm not talking about restoration. When I say reparations, I'm not talking about church. When I say reparations, I'm not talking about repairing the Black communities. I'm talking about a bag. and we'll repair whatever the hell we got to repair because it's our business. You cut me the money. You ain't talking about repairing when you giving money to illegals. You ain't talking about church or faith when you talking about illegals. You just cut them the money blindly and then let them go solve the problems. And that's why I told Andy Bashir straight to his damn face, I got examples. As soon as I said I got examples, he got to run it. This is why foundational Black Americans in the grassroots maintain all the power and control, y'all, because they can no longer babble their way out of discussions that we present to them. You seen Tellerico, he came up with every single excuse, and they love mentioning a place that we're not talking about. When I said reparations for Black Americans, I did not say Kentucky. Andy Bashir wants to go give me some policy in Kentucky. I'm not talking about that. Because if you go in the direction that they try to lead you to, fam, you'll blink and you'll be talking about everything else. It'll be all lives matter. Next thing you know, they'll be talking about Julio. They'll be talking about people of color. Everybody got to get the money as well. No, stay in focus. And that's why foundational Black Americans is whooping that ass right now, because we're staying focused. And they're not, and they can't move us off of our square. I know we got a lot of new subscribers over here. I don't know if you've seen that video before. Check out the Kamala video. I done checked Kamala 2, 3, 4 damn times. We do this over here. Black Alpha get busy, okay? And certified salute to the brother that ended up pulling up and checking Tellerico. And this is why we got to see these people, and they got to play on our field, fam. We're not here to play by their rules. Their rules, you'll just babble, babble, babble. Talk about church, talk about what you have for lunch, talk about the weather, talk about the ball game. Next thing you know, he's off to the next one. Me personally, you ain't getting a microphone back. Or I'm going to hop on stage. And by the way, I actually did hop on stage at the Fish Fry. And by the way, Clyburn, you still got the same thing, baby. There you go. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying. And if you know what I'm saying, then you must be certified. Foundational Black Americans, we ain't pulling back, fam. You got to check these people on site. They do not support reparations. Therefore, we don't support them. I told that to Kamala Harris personally, and I will tell it to the next person and the next person and the next person. If you do not have tangibles for foundational Black Americans exclusively, directly, specifically, then you get no vote. We told everybody it's no reparations, no vote. There it is. There we go. And by the way, shout out to the lovely, beautiful sister that was rocking with me that night. You know who you are. Certified salute, love. You was there. We were standing on business. Let me tell everybody else even further what I'm talking about. This right here, fam, is what we mean when we say these people are running out of time. Oh, yeah, they don't care. Yeah, fam, that's how you do. Oh, the regulator tour's in full swing. Family, there you go right there. Don't mind yourself, y'all. You might have to regulate a couple Democrats in the process. Ain't nothing going to be lost. Hell no. Shout out to that brother for standing on business. Shout out to him for standing on business. That's how you got to handle these people, fam. Because if you don't, they ain't going to say nothing. They ain't going to say a damn thing. They just going to keep their mouth running. Okay? So you stand on your certified square and you keep doing your certified thing with your certified energy, and they going to all fall back in the meantime and in between time. We are on the grind. But that ain't the end of the story, y'all. That is not the end of the story. I got more for y'all, and I want my certified foundational Black Americans to feel me flow. Y'all watch what I'm talking about when I say that our energy is on another level. Yeah, deport them, fam. Deport them, deport them, deport them. They can all go. That's just how you're doing it. But let me show y'all something even further that's even more powerful in what I'm talking about. This is what I mean, y'all, how FBA is out here really making real, waves out here in these streets, and we got everybody shook. Look at this right here, fam. This is what you do if you're a foundational Black American, and how we're doing it in our way and our fashion. Check this out.
Regardless of what language anybody speaks, universally everybody speaks the same language. This. Everybody understands what this is, and everybody understands what it means when you take it away. Okay? So with that being said, I think the solution is very simple. You pull your dollars. Pull your money. That's it. Okay? Because for whatever reason, our money circulates in our community 6 hours or less as opposed to other communities. Why does that occur? I do not know. Especially when we have a $1.8 trillion spending power as a whole that is only expected to increase in the coming years in the United States as a community. That means restaurants, that means barbershops, nail salons, beauty supply stores, suppliers, everything. Take this and take it away and put it here. Okay? Solution is very simple. I already had a conversation with my household, and that is exactly what my household is going to be doing. And I strongly suggest that everybody else get on the same page. This is not a temporary decision. This is a permanent one. Regardless of what language anybody speaks,
they understand money, baby. They understand money and they understand votes. Yes, Blackout. I see y'all. That's exactly what it is. She done pulled out the money. Family, that's what they understand. They only understand them dollar bills, y'all.
especially when we have a $1.8 trillion spending power as a whole that is only expected to increase in the coming years in the United States as a community. That means restaurants, that means barbershops, nail salons, beauty supply stores,
political parties,
suppliers, everything. Take this and take it away and put it here. Okay? Solution is very simple. I already had a conversation with my household, and that is exactly what my household is going to be doing. And I strongly suggest that everybody else get on the same page.
And we are. And that's why things are changing. That's why things are moving, because we're doing it how we want to do it. And everything, family, is in our image, and they got to enjoy it, fam. That's what I'm about to talk. Hey, absolutely. Blackout 24/7, 365, y'all. We standing on business. Everybody's getting smoked. I want y'all to look at it this way, okay? Look at everywhere we are and look at the work we're putting in, okay? Think about it, y'all. Everywhere we are, look at the work that's being put in. Foundational Black Americans are standing on business politically in the social world. Shout out to that brother who basically checked Tellerico and asked him a Foundational Black American talking point. Because you got to understand, fam, you got to get these people on camera because now they can't play dumb. So next time when you see these individuals and they be acting like they don't know what reparations are, you can just say cameras is rolling. So shout out to that brother who checked them. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters who be checking these folks, fam. That's what you got to do. And everywhere we go, we standing on business. So if you want to talk about economically, look at the wealth transfer, fam. You want to talk about politically, look how we're checking these politicians, family. Anybody can get it. I done been to Trump rallies, fam, and was posted up there mugging everybody, letting them know what it is. And when I was talking to people, Mike Hollis, the guy who wrote the Lincoln-Riley Act in Georgia, I met him, family. And when I was talking to him, is with my brother Marcel, they knew the type of time that we were standing on as Black Americans. So they was in there playing the right role with the right energy and stood outside and stood on business. I done been to Republican rallies. I done been to Democratic rallies. And if I see something that's off brand or off code, they gonna get checked. So they better come with respect. And that's what we're doing. We're seeing these people and we meeting these people wherever they are. You can't run from foundational Black Americans. And family, let me tell you something else we're doing right now. Okay, it's time. I want to see brothers and sisters craft our own policies. All right, that's what I want to see from now forward, y'all. Craft your own policies. And I'm not talking about write a bill. I'm talking about come up with a 7-point, 10-point initiative, a 10-point key point program, come up with a 10-point statute, okay? I want to see brothers and sisters putting pen to pad and coming up with our own laws. Why? Family, have you guys noticed that foundational Black Americans, we're the only people who are always stuck to laws that are ancient? You ever notice that, family? Think about this, y'all. DACA, brand new. Think about all the policies that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris gave to the illegals. These are brand new. I typed in new policies, laws, or bills that have been crafted for immigration. Family, do you know in the last 10 years, there have been 700 to 800 new initiatives or statutes that were created specifically for immigrants? Do you know how many new ones have been created for foundational Black Americans? 0. Family, they can come up with something new every day. Every day. We need to be our own foundational Black American representatives, and we need to be our own politicians. Listen to Black Alpha, family. It's time that we are our own politicians. Instead of waiting for a politician to show up, instead of waiting for a lawyer to show up, Johnny Cochran to come back, family, you be that foundational Black American. We got Johnny Cochran's all day, fam. We solved the Cyrus Belton case, and we solved the Carmelo Anthony case. Brothers and sisters got their game up when it comes to the law. And it's the same thing with politicians. Be your own politician, family. Write your own initiatives and agendas. My brother Marcel Dixon, the great Marcel Dixon, if you listen to Certified, brother, he's got a reparations plan. He wrote it. And what I'm telling you about, you don't have to write a whole bill. Write you 7, 8 key points so you insert it anytime they come up with something. So if you see them making something new, you come and say, hey, insert these right here. We need to come up with our own crafted agendas. So when we meet these people, we can tell them that they need to adopt our plan because our plan is indicative of foundational Black American grassroots sentiments, because you're seeing the grassroots sentiments everywhere. And then tell them, if you don't accept these 7 key points, then you won't get 1 vote from us. See, this thing where we wait for them to write a law from scratch, they're not going to write a law from scratch. They're too busy writing that for everybody else. We need to come up with key points and we tell them that you're going to have to adopt this. And these 7 key points that I came up with for hate crime protection, or I came up with for reparations, you need to insert this in your new agenda. And if you do not pick this up, then you will not be seen, you will not be heard, and we'll run your ass off the block. I still ain't seen Kamala since she was in Savannah and Black Alpha checked her and ran her out of town. Still ain't seen her family. Where Barack Obama right now? Where he at? He on the boat somewhere? I don't talk about what he doing on the boat, but he ain't here. You feel me? This is what we have to do. And we all got it. Write it. Shit, write it tonight. Okay? Work on it. Write it tonight. And we got the access, fam. You might pull up on one of these politicians. You might press play and you might go viral and be like, listen, I wrote this right here. This is a foundational Black American economic plan. I got 5 key points to it. I'm going to read this to you right now. And if they run away, they're going to look bad. They're going to run. They're going to look bad. Y'all see how bad Andy Bashir looked? When I said, oh, so you don't support it. I didn't say that. Yeah, you did. You said no without saying no, so we just gonna go ahead and fast forward. Your ass got checked. And you put it on camera, went viral, boom, fam, I went viral 2 times based off of that. And I wasn't doing it to go viral. I was doing it to see more people so they could see the message. Foundational Black American grassroots talking points of this, and your ass is just gonna have to take it. And foundational Black Americans, we the ones making it. So make your own plan, craft your own plan, and put it out there, fam, because they always want to have us stuck on policies that are old. Y'all notice we the only ones when they be like, hey, we want reparations. Well, the law in 1702 says this. What? Well, Foundational Black Americans, we want a hate crime protection. Well, according to Statute 26 that was crafted in 1863, how come I'm 1863? How come I'm 1702? But the illegal immigrant just got something brand new last night. They get all new laws written for them right now. Or they get new initiatives and statutes written for them right now. We always got to go back. We're the only people who are always stuck and being held up by policies that are old as Methuselah and have not been updated. It's time we update the game and we let them know this is what we want and this has to be it right here now. Everything got to be fresh, y'all. Brand new, everything got to be fresh. A new energy. We got a new energy anyway, right? Let's keep it going. That's the energy I'm talking about. Let me tell you this. Notice they don't never want to get old when it's treaties that they owe us. Notice, fam, they only want to keep us hijacked with old policies from 1702 when they can stop us from progressing today. But let it be a treaty of particular communities that owe us money, then they don't want to get old no more. All right? The system is designed to try to stop foundational Black Americans from winning. However, Earth is designed for foundational Black Americans to keep winning because we built the strongest nation on Earth. So it doesn't really matter what you do. It doesn't really matter what you say. You're going to have to deal with FBA. And family, when I say deal with FBA, y'all know what we've been doing. We've been blacking them out, right? Y'all remember these communities that's been talking real reckless? Yep. You done seen them. I done seen them. We done heard them. Y'all remember this guy right here talking real reckless, right? Family, now have y'all noticed that the love letters have quieted down from their communities? Notice they're not out there making them love letters of Black folks. I love y'all, Black folks. I showed y'all last week about the Africans that were throwing their parents under the bus. Because the Africans right now are turning on their immigrant parents. The first generation, second generation Africans are blaming their parents now because FBA done gatekept. They thought they were going to come here to America. They was going to mooch off of us, put on a fitted hat, say, what's up, dog? And they could delineate from their parents and then they can migrate into our community. Gatekeeping and Blackout done shut that down. Well, guess what now, family? The same way the African first and second generation immigrants are throwing their parents under the bus, so is the Yao Ming community, fam. So as I took you on Friday to the Africans, let me take you now to the Chop Suey community. Y'all watch this right here, family. The Chop Suey community now is making a lot of videos, and they out here having mommy and daddy issues. They got a lot of mommy and daddy issues, fam. And it's funny that all of these different tethers got mommy and daddy issues as soon as foundational Black Americans stood on business and foundational Black Americans blacked them out. Y'all look at this right here, family. Oh, man. The final straw is always these people fighting each other. Watch.
If you're a child of Asian immigrant parents, you know that they absolutely suck at communicating. So I knew that I wasn't a disappointment when my mom... If you're a child of Asian immigrant parents, you know that they absolutely suck at communicating. So I knew that I wasn't a disappointment when my mom... If you're a child...
We talk enough about how hard it is to have a healthy relationship when you grew up your entire life not having the example of one. I think especially when you grow up in an immigrant household and love really isn't spoken out loud, it's more like a sacrifice that you see. Our parents worked hard and gave us everything we needed, but we grow up and we realize that they're just surviving and not really living or feeling the things of life. And we're expected to take care of everyone else before ourselves. And then once you get into a relationship, it's hard not to be codependent or give up entire parts of yourself. And then suddenly we're expected to learn how to communicate, set boundaries, and trust someone with our deepest emotional feelings.
Boy, they out here having real issues. Mommy told me that I need to work harder. And how am I going to trust? How can I love? How can I love? You did this to me. Look at them, fam. They having issues, fam. The emotional burden of being a child of immigrants. Y'all never seen no title like that until FBA started to delineate. Y'all never seen no title about that until we started to gatekeep, until we started to black out. Now it's hard to be a child of an immigrant. Go figure.
And that's the thing about generational curses, right? It's not just about healing your past, but it's also learning not to pass down parts of your childhood, actively choosing what gets passed down to other relationships independent of dysfunctional ones. I mean, we talk enough about how hard it is to.
Fortunately or unfortunately, I grew up in the Bay Area and I went to a really competitive high school here. And I tried so hard in school because there was so much pressure from my parents and my peers to do so. But no matter how hard I tried, I just wasn't that good at school. And then so when it came to like applying to colleges and receiving the decisions, I didn't end up getting into any of like the top tier schools that my parents really wanted for me. And I didn't exactly know.
My parents. Growing up in the Bay Area with Asian immigrant parents. Fam, they just keep talking about their parents. Last week, it was the African. Now it's the Asian.
What I wanted to do either, but of course, being in the Bay Area, your options are kind of limited. Both of my parents were engineers, and so I kind of knew that I had to do something adjacent to that route. And if I were to choose a like quote unquote like unprofitable major, they would not pay for my education. Throughout high school, on the daily, they would pretty much tell me how stupid I was, and I just really felt like a disappointment. Like it literally my education. Throughout high school, on the daily, they would pretty much tell me how stupid I was, and I just really felt like a disappointment. Like it literally got to the point where I stopped being friends with some people in high school because they were much better achieving than I was. And then so my parents would constantly compare me to them. And I was like, I can't handle this anymore. Like I can't even be friends with you guys because you guys are so smart. And now I'm like in my mid-20s, and sometimes I think about that time and I reflect on it. And I have like a really healthy relationship with my parents now. And honestly, I can kind of see where they're coming from. Like, obviously, they probably should have been nicer to me as a kid, but also it's like my parents came from like China and Taiwan. Like they spent all of their money to come to the US and move here and have a good education.
Damn. Problems on the home front. Y'all hearing this right here, y'all? They over there throwing their parents under the bus. Now, we can all agree that we didn't see these type of videos before. You ain't seen not near one of these videos back in the day, but you seeing them now because they're all upset that we done made the block hard. You got to remember, fam, the dominant society tells the illegal that they can come here and everything will be good as long as you steal from foundational Black Americans. The illegal tells their fleeing baby child that all will be good as long as you come down and you hate on foundational Black Americans. Well, foundational Black Americans, we done leveled up and doubled up, and we done made that little flea be under pressure. So now they're mad at mom and dad. And then their mom and dad is under pressure, so they're mad at the Mayo. And it just goes right on back up the system. AKA, we done rejected their deposit, and we done met their deflection with rejection, send it all right on back, return to sender. Y'all see what I'm talking about? That's what FBA's done, fam. Everybody who was sent here to disrespect us and try to come up off of us, they're all under pressure. The only thing that can stop this anti-foundational Black American vitriol they have is foundational Black American energy and frequency. And you know our energy and frequency go way harder and is way stronger than everybody else. So that's what you're watching. Fam, let me show you even further what I'm talking about. Oh, it's good. Fam, they out there having all types of things. Remember, y'all, just a few days ago, it was the Africans, okay? Remember that one that looked like a Gucci Man? Y'all remember that, fam? It was a Ngusi Man, Okay, well, Ngozi man was throwing their African parents under the bus. Someone said, I can't believe you can't even speak English. And now Jackie Chan is throwing Yao Ming under the bus. It's crazy. But family, do you know now they're trying to say that the Black American struggle and immigration is tied into each other? This is how desperate we have these people. Oh, and by the way, say whatever the hell you want. It don't matter because this is just talk of desperation. This is how pathetic they are. Fam, they're now trying to say that our struggle and their struggle is the same because they try to deport people to Liberia. Here come the Liberian thing again, family. How many times we shut this down? How many times we don't give a damn? 1 million. Watch.
American oppression and immigrant oppression are connected in ways that we don't always recognize. Black American oppression and immigrant oppression are connected in ways that we don't always recognize. Because before America became obsessed with deporting immigrants, it tried to deport Black Americans as well. In 1816, a group of white Americans founded the American Colonization Society, or ACS, because they believed that Black Americans could not truly belong in the United States. Their solution to this so-called problem was to send Black people overseas instead of letting them live as full citizens. And this is part of how what we know as modern-day Liberia was born. The ACS, with financial and military support from the U.S. government, sent free and formerly enslaved Black Americans to that region, in the process displacing and oppressing indigenous Liberians. So when we talk about immigration, deportation, or who belongs in this country, we cannot treat those questions as separate from the history of anti-Blackness in America. Because America's obsession with deportation did not begin at the border. It began
Yes, we can, because it doesn't have anything to do with Black Americans. Nice try, Selena. Nice try. Boy, yeah, you ain't lying, boy. They always trying to pull that one. Man, well, you know, technically, it's kind of like the same thing. If you look at it, Black Americans are along the same lines as everyone else. No, it ain't. And miss me with the damn Liberian stuff, fam. How many times we done shut all of that down? First off, the Liberian folks who went over there, you're non-foundational Black Americans. You're not going to say, well, technically, ain't I a foundational Black American too now? If you want to go there, no, you're not. Okay, number one. Number two is the people who came over here to the United States of America. And if you traveled to the United States of America, you fled to the United States of America, you hop, skipped, and jumped to the United States of America, you are an immigrant. So the people you're referring to are your people more than they're my people. There you go. See, fam, they want to try to put that off on Black Americans like, oh, it's all the same. Nope, it ain't the same. You ain't the same. We ain't the same. The we not the same energy, fam, shuts everything that they're saying down. And the you ain't the same energy makes these people pack up their bags and get the hell out of Dodge. And speaking of packing bags, family, there's a particular tether out there that told us that they want us to buy them a ticket. Fam, let me tell you something. I'm sitting here. I'm chopping it up with y'all. Foundational Black Americans, we always win. Let me tell y'all something. Tethers now are asking us to buy them a ticket so they can go home. They've accepted it. They've accepted they always going to be musty. They've accepted that they can't build in their homeland. Even their own people are saying that. Now you got Jackie Chan throwing Jackie Chan's mama under the bus. You had Ngozi man throwing Ngozi man's father under the bus. Tethers are feuding and fighting. The mops are upset. Everybody's mad. And they're basically saying they're willing to go home if we buy them a ticket. So I want to know if you guys are willing to buy this tether right here a ticket, because the tether said if you buy her a ticket, she will leave and she will go back to her homeland. Here we go.
The thing that irritates me most when somebody tells me to go back to my home country because nobody wants me here is that they never buy me a ticket. Hey, buy me a ticket, I will go. Hey, Iwe, buy me a ticket, I will go. I will go. Hey, buy me a ticket, I will go. Hey, Iwe, buy me a ticket, I will go. Buy me a ticket. John Day, please. Buy me a ticket. I will.
Family, she's asking the wrong people to buy her a ticket because she can get a ticket just like this right here. You're still worried about foundational Black Americans, ain't you? You got a free ticket. It's called deportation. You ain't gonna take that damn money and go get a ticket any damn way. You gonna go get you a forehead reduction. That's why that damn bonnet's on your head. You ain't gotta worry about that though. They asking foundational Black Americans for a ticket when Tom Homan to get him one, Donald Trump will get him one, the Department of Homeland Security can get him one. And by the way, fam, I ain't never seen somebody who looks like their forehead needs deodorant. I be damned. And the numbers, family, tell you exactly what you need to know. You don't need no ticket from me. The U.S. government is handing out tickets every day. Listen to these ICE numbers.
Breaking tonight at this hour, we're getting new immigration enforcement numbers, and here are some of the highlights. ICE deportations and removals for the current fiscal year, which began last October, stand now at more than 356,000. That's an average of roughly 1,260 deportations per day. The total number of people in ICE custody now is just under 66,000. Almost 40,000 of those have criminal convictions or pending criminal charges.
Damn! Tell me one more time.
Breaking tonight at this hour, we're getting new immigration enforcement numbers, and here are some of the highlights. ICE deportations and removals for the current fiscal year, which began last October, stand now at more than 356,000. That's an average of roughly 1,260 deportations per day. The total number of people in ICE custody now is just under 66,000. Almost 40,000 of those have criminal convictions or pending criminal charges.
Damn. Sounds like you're going home. And the numbers are going up even further. The numbers are skyrocketing right now. The numbers are on the increase. And everything that we laid out on this broadcast, you already see it. Fam, let's go there. Donald Trump is cutting off the social programs. No longer are you going to get HUD. You're not going to get no stamps. You're not going to get any type of assistance in any area locally or federally. That's a wrap. On top of that, you're also seeing now the FBI does not have to work with any investigations, and ICE can investigate themselves. On top of that, they have AI, which is telling people where they can find these people, where they can go and deport them from. On top of that, Donald Trump is cutting off all of these different accesses to these foreign people. Therefore, when you come here to America, your ass is going to get denied off rip. The green card, the visa, done for. The bank accounts, done for. What you've seen, family, is 10 to 12 definitive hardline statements that is here to cripple and cancel and make life a living hell for every single illegal who comes to the Americas. Now, let me tell you this on top of that, family. Then you have senators who are pushing forth a birthright citizenship ending bill throughout the government and Congress. Then on top of that, you got the guy who wants to do birthright citizenship ending for the territories. On top of all of that, you have Donald Trump coming out right now and saying that he is going to tell every single ICE operative out there to go to the fullest maximum to apprehend all of these different illegals, and he'll take care of it afterwards. Every single thing you see coming from this administration is designed to bring home foundational Black American blackout energy because they're watching foundational Black Americans. Let me tell you this way. They've been watching us. Hell yeah. Deportation and delineation, fam, they've been watching us. Now, whether they do whatever they do, we ain't going to dispute. They talk like FBA. They mimic our talking points, and they wouldn't be doing it if foundational Black Americans weren't behind it. Let me tell y'all, they know that foundational Black Americans are all for delineation. Delineation is spoken more in Washington, D.C. than anybody could possibly imagine. Fam, they walking through the White House right now talking about delineation. They walking through the White House right now talking about foundational Black Americans. They probably in here listening right here as we speak, fam. We had 4,000 plus people in here. Hell, we still got 4,000 people in here, fam. Trust me. Some Democratic shills done popped in here, and I done checked them and sent them back home because they mama getting them YMCA back shots. Peace out. And then some Republicans done came in here with the pen and pad, and they write down as quick as they write down policies to send these illegals home is the same exact way as they're quick to write down words and talking points and phrases from foundational Black Americans so they can take and go implement them because we set the trends. We set all the trends, baby. Foundational Black Americans set the trends. Even things you see that ain't nobody saying comes from foundational Black Americans, comes from foundational Black Americans. Family, let me tell you something. If they out there and they Memphis juking in Japan, or they out there trying to sing like foundational Black American R&B groups in Korea, somebody in Washington, D.C. is talking about delineation and foundationals and certifieds. It's that easy, fam. One step, we go everywhere. So that's what you're seeing, and it's all going down. Yeah, shout out. What up, Prez? Tell everybody it's FBA time. Put the stamp on it. And family, that's not the end of the story. Do you know now we done got these folks so down bad? Do you know the Love Me Long Time community is coming out and they trying to date a brother? I ain't lying, fam. Yeah, it went from we dare y'all to boycott us to now you're seeing we want y'all to come and get on this dating app. Fam, They done literally sent out Lucy Liu. And it says, Black Americans, please. I'm live. Fam, now they want Black American affection because their asses is getting rejected.
American, please. So she's looking for a Black American. Come to my live. There's so many single people that are joining in my live. So if you want to find someone, come join. Black American, please. American, please. So she's looking for a Black American. Come to my live. There's so many single people that are joining in my live. So if you want to find someone, come join. Black American, please. American, please. So
Lucy Liu, no, your ass still going home because I got time home. Men on my phone. Get the hell up out of here. Look what we got these people doing. You embarrassing yourself. You embarrassing yourself. They out there begging. Fam, that sound like love me long time, don't it? Y'all see what we got these people out here doing? They out here trying to love me long time to stay into the country. They trying to love me long time to not get deported. You can't do none of that. Your ass is going home regardless. Don't no Black American want that mustard fried rice you got between your damn legs. Hell to the no. You better mustard fried rice back to your damn homeland because you can't come up in our homeland. Our homeland belongs to us. We don't share, family. This is what foundational Black Americans got going, man. Oh, it's powerful, y'all. Enjoy this certified energy. She out here trying to, I love you long time. Get on the app. Oh, yeah, the egg rolls is drying up. I like that. The egg rolls is drying up. That green card can't save you. That app can't save you. Your ass is done. And foundational Black Americans is the ones who made it happen. You done too. Deodorant head. We're going to call her deodorant head. Bye. Bye. Peace out. Delineation was whooping you and you want to complain about delineation. Gatekeeping was wrecking you and you want to complain about gatekeeping. And then the regulators showed up and you really crashed out. Now the policies from the administration all the way down to your local ICE agents is whooping you all the way up. And now you really got something to cry about. Spending money on foundational Black Americans, man. You better put your money on us, man. I'm telling y'all, foundational Black Americans, we're going to quadruple platinum. You better put your money and invest on FBA. If don't, you pay. Fam, let me show y'all exactly what I'm talking about even further. Yeah, she trying to love me a long time into the damn community. Your ass is going to be deported for a long time. You're going to be on that plane for a long time. You better start looking up the distance because your ass is going to be out there flying, family. Oh, not to mention, they also got the anchors away. So don't forget about the anchors away, fam. Anchors away means anchor babies can't stay. Checkmate. Look at this too, fam. The deportations is rolling. They rolling in. I done showed y'all all that. Oh, by the way, I also showed y'all this week in deportations. Family, let me show y'all this right here. Even further, y'all, it's going bad for them. Everybody's getting deported. 1 deported, 2 deported, 3 deported, 400.
Speaking with someone from inside an ICE detention center who may be deported in a matter of hours. We spoke to the Chicago area woman arrested by federal agents at a green card interview in May about the conditions she faced in custody and her uncertain future. It's a story you'll only see here on ABC 7.
That place probably has to be closed.
Arita Gould, originally from Lithuania, recounting one of the worst stops after she was transferred from the Broadview ICE facility to another in Brazil, Indiana. She spoke to the I-Team on a video call with her immigration attorney, saying conditions were so vile she couldn't elaborate further. Now she spent 2 months in ICE custody in Kentucky in a cell with 13 other women, where she says things have improved.
This place is really very, very clean. That's what they're focusing the most. The food, we never get any fresh fruits. Never. So 3 hours per week, I get fresh.
Boy, she going full damn sinners, ain't she? Boy, look at her. Boy, she going vampire. Ice comes for you. Ha ha ha. Transylvania. Boy, she is a Transylvania tether. Who done got the damn Transylvania tether? They locking up the Transylvania tethers? Your ass may be in Chicago by way of Transylvania. What the hell is going on with this one? And I thought they said they just want the black ones. I guess the want to be white ones too. The spicy whites. Easy.
Her American husband, Mark, an Army veteran, and 2 boys are separated by more than 300 miles.
When I wake up, biggest apprehension I have now is I wait for your text
first text is like when I get my relief.
They're only able to communicate by text or a rare inmate video call. Arita becoming emotional as she tries to hold out hope for a reunion, knowing she could be deported at any time.
Emotional. So that day will come. I know it's coming soon, you know. And it doesn't matter what, we're gonna be together and everything will be just perfect, beautiful.
Arita had a prior order of removal from nearly 17 years ago and was arrested by ICE at a green card interview in May after advice from her first immigration attorney, taken away without a chance to say goodbye.
They told me.
Yup, they arrested them at all of their immigration offices and all their immigration meetings. And let's be honest with you, y'all. Her damn immigration attorney set her up. He said, come on down. And they got her when she did.
He said, ma'am, we have to be honest with you. What's going right now, we never had before. This is what new administration does. That clearly was said to me. And they said, we are so sorry. We have to do our job.
She's now represented by former Chicago Immigration Court Judge Carla Espinoza, who is working to stop her deportation.
Now that she's detained, ICE can enforce that removal order. So it's a battle against time.
Arita has a pending case before the Board of Immigration Appeals, but if she's deported,
ICE has the power to take away that avenue for relief by removing her. So that's what makes it difficult.
Arita's husband, Mark, holding out hope.
You're living with this like constant void and pit in your stomach. You know, it doesn't go away.
Now, Arita is in a women's annex in Kentucky where she says there is adequate medical care. However, attorney Espinoza tells the I-Team not all detention centers are created equal. She says many may be deficient because of an influx in population with the Trump administration push for immigration arrest. Speaking with...
Damn. There goes another one and another one and another one. How many, fam? How many? There's a hell of a lot more. And by the way, on top of all the things we were saying, I forgot to mention that she may get deported to Africa. That's at play. And they don't talk about that. You got to remember, y'all, the whole getting deported to Africa thing, they're real quiet on that because they spend so much time focused on us. Fam, isn't it funny? Think about the irony, y'all. Think about the ABK, anti-black karma. For the longest amount of time, all of these illegals have been trying to Africanize foundational Black Americans. But there is a highly, highly probable chance that when they get arrested and deported, they're going to end up in Africa. Damn, the ancestors work in non-mysterious ways. Just like us FBA right here, family. Very live, direct, and not up for misinterpretation. Your ass is going to end up in Africa, and you were so worried about trying to Africanize Black Americans. And I'm just going to be sitting here as a foundational, popping popcorn and watching the show. And the show don't stop. Keep it rolling. Fam, when I say we're keeping it rolling, and we got everybody right now watching what we're doing. Everybody knows that. That's clear as day. But the best thing about it is, family, is when you start shutting down these people, you start shutting down these hidden policies. Donald Trump not only is creating new policies, he's also breaking down small policies. And some of those are like this right here. Look at this, fam. Some stuff the Democrats have been doing for a long time. Democrat representatives do not care. They will continue to break the rules and do as they please. Watch how they done got to the details of what they've been doing behind the scenes.
Administration is bringing back even tighter restrictions for immigrants looking to get a green card. A rule has been revived that could deny immigrants that specific document if they use public benefits. That includes food stamps, Medicaid, housing vouchers, and more. The policy was first implemented in early 2020 by President Trump, but it was reversed after Joe Biden became president. It will be formally reinstated on Monday.
Don't let the Democrat Party lie to you on this one. This has existed in America for like a century. The public charge ground of admissibility has existed in U.S. immigration law for over a century. Like I said, under the Immigration and Nationality Act, it allows denial of certain visas or green cards if an applicant is deemed likely to become primarily dependent on government for support. So this is something that is common sense. Democrats are going to tell you it's racist. So all Trump did during his first term is expand what was already in place. He just made it things like non-cash benefits like Medicaid, SNAP, and housing would be factors that could disqualify you from getting a green card or citizenship. he also made English proficiency one of the required things, which is, again, common sense. What did the Democrat Party do because they wanted to import millions and tens of millions of voters? Well, the Biden admin, of course, narrowed it back and excluded a lot of things, allowing all these people to flood in, get green cards, and get status. So now Trump has rescinded all those 2022 Biden-era regulations. We're back to where we should be under common sense. But this does not mean that these people are going to be automatically denied. There is a lot of different things that they take into account. But now welfare is one of those things that they can deny people for, which is, again, common sense.
Administration is bringing...
Translation: no more immigrant welfare. No more immigrant social services. No more immigrant social programs. The whole thing is to pull the ground out from underneath them. And this has been going on. So while all of these tethers have been on TikTok and they've been worrying about FBA, you're seeing right now, they're going to try to go get a bank account, might get deported. They're going to try to go get that visa, might get deported. Green card, deported. Can't speak English, deported. They're making life a living hell for every single immigrant. So I damn sure don't want to talk to you, because let me tell you something. In your homeland, life is a living hell. And now they're making it a living hell for fleers, because nobody respects a fleer. Nobody respects a hopper. Nobody respects a jumper. Power is respected. Builders are respected. Remember, y'all, I said it. Foundational Black Americans. We build, they steal. Foundational Black Americans. We ain't flew here, we grew here. Foundational Black Americans. We ain't fly here, we reside here. Foundational Black Americans. We don't visit, we live it. Everything I just said right there, fam, is completely different. They're on the outside looking in, and it's always been that way. And on the outside looking in, it ain't good. They taking away the stamps. They taking away the programs. They're taking away the food. They're taking away the social services. You ain't got nothing left. AKA all the benefits that you were being provided just by showing up to America have all disappeared. You gonna really see what it is, fam. Don't be surprised if you don't see a mass influx of self-deportations. Either you're going to get self-deported or you're going to get deported from someone else, but you won't be here in America. And that's what happened, y'all. When the birthright citizenship ruling came down, we all right here on the Black Alpha Network, we all predicted it. We said, okay, well, since you can come into America and have a baby in a dumpster behind a Motel 6, and that baby is a citizenship, they going to make things extra tough and extra rough for the parents. How many videos have you seen lately where these illegals got their kids, the ones that got birthright citizenship, and the kid gets snatched up, taken away, and the parent gets deported? They're separating families right now with the birthright citizenship. And you are going to go home while your baby gets put in a detention facility and probably ends up going back home as well. So by de facto, the kids got to go, because either a child's going to be in the system without mommy and daddy, or that child is going to have to get sent back to mommy and daddy. What good is a birthright child if the birthright child don't have the parent? It all goes back to these people getting deported. That's exactly what it's been. And those numbers right there have not told a lie. They've not told a lie. You done. You done. You done. You done. You can't stay here. You got to go. You got to bounce. You got to skedaddle. You got to kick rocks. Because the foundational Black American system ain't going to hold you up. And just say, for the sake of conversation, if you do stay here for a little bit, what's going to happen to the kid? What's going to happen? Huh? You can't just stay here. So therefore, you're going and you're going to be back to your homeland, and you can't come here because they're shutting down the birth tourism as well. So every single corner of this game is being affected. And there's not a damn thing that they can do about it at this point, family. There's not a damn thing they can do about it, because the only thing that they had was trying to get foundational Black Americans to come and save them. And we made it crystal clear. We ain't saving nobody. I might save some extra popcorn for my foundational Black American sister or brother who wants to watch the deportations on video. I might save some extra popcorn for my foundational Black American brother or sister who wants to watch This Week in Deportations. But other than that, we ain't saving nobody. And speaking of not saving nobody, y'all remember the whole dirty Black American stuff? Y'all remember that, fam? Remember the community that said 1804? And I said, well, what about 1804 forward? Because 1804 forward, you've been losing and failing. Y'all remember them? Well, family, things ain't going too good for them. Remember they was in Springfield Ohio, and word on the curb is that they were having dinner on the curb from some animals that live on the curb. Well, family, now everything is coming out because Donald Trump's boycott is affecting them now. Y'all, look at this. Oh, if you want to see something live, y'all Black Americans, press record and enjoy. Here is a story from Springfield, Ohio, and things done got extra real for them. Shout out to all of the Papa Docs. Shout out to all the Patois. Shout out to all the Kodak cracks. Shout out to the ones that said dirty Black American. But we gonna be so fresh and so clean, and you gonna be on that plane, and we watching you on the screen. Watch.
Haitian business owners in Springfield have been telling us they're losing business.
So many people left.
And it's getting worse.
80% of the community, they already left.
They say many Haitians left town out of fear of deportation after a Supreme Court ruling that allows their temporary protected status to be stripped away. And community leaders are watching another possible consequence.
I do think that it's going to be something that is going to impact our community.
Kara Van Zandt is a longtime Springfield resident and the assistant executive director for the Clark County Land Bank. She says they've been working to renovate or remove abandoned properties already made worse by the housing crisis.
With vacant lots, I know that we have tax foreclosed properties, which is a number that we use quite often. That means that they are officially been left, so that abandoned category is checked. We have about 500 parcels in Clark County, primarily in the city of Springfield.
Now there's concern that if more Haitian families leave in a short period of time, even more houses can sit empty, adding to the neighborhoods they've already been helping to recover from blight. And that recovery comes at a cost.
Just a basic site of this nature is going to be a couple $1 million, from beginning to end.
In that recent presentation to City Council, the group says they're getting money from the state, have finished several projects, and will focus on the city's west side next.
If we didn't have those funds coming down from the state, we would be stuck with all of these brownfields and blight.
Leaders say you can expect to see more renovation work happening over the next year, but they say there's still more work to do as many Haitians move out.
It's very bad for us.
Very bad for you? Damn, that's not good for you.
Elsie joins me now from Springfield, Ohio. And Sheena, great reporting. It sounds like Springfield's been wrestling with this for a while, though. This didn't happen overnight. Were Haitian immigrants originally seen as part of the solution to this vacancy problem?
Well, the evidence certainly suggests that. After talking with some Haitian families, I found out many of them were living in rental houses that were once vacant before. And a lot of the Haitian business owners are also in strip malls that used to be abandoned or vacant before. But now that situation has definitely changed here.
So now walking through the streets of Springfield, how visible are the changes? And do we know where these Haitian families are going to?
Yeah, absolutely. So what you can see on the streets here is sometimes we've seen a lot of people, more people actually walking around because a lot of the Haitian immigrants, they don't have their driver's license and can't get one at this point. So we've seen more people walking around with nowhere to go. Some of the Haitian families tell me that they can't go back to Haiti because of the violence and the gangs there. They're worried about their families being killed or kidnapped. So they're going to other states or staying in town with nowhere to go and ending up homeless. And another problem that comes with that is the example right here. I want to walk you over here. And I want you to look up right at that sign there. That sign is a sign of a former homeless shelter. So this vacant building used to be a homeless shelter, but now there's even fewer options for the people of Haitian community, in the Haitian community or anywhere in town to go if they are left homeless. Now, the mayor, in a recent meeting, the mayor did say they are working with other nonprofits to try and open up more places for people to go, but it's still a big issue here in town.
How are daily services being impacted if 80% of the population is gone? What happens to local businesses and schools and public transit?
Yeah, well, a lot of the Haitian immigrants were working manufacturing jobs. Some of them I talk to were working at warehouses, like Amazon warehouses and things of that nature. And as far as the businesses go, a lot of the Haitian-owned businesses, at least, say they're seeing less of it and they're struggling trying to keep up. But they tell me they're going to stay in town until they're forced out.
Okay, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much. Great reporting, Sheena.
Damn. Great reporting, Sheena. Great reporting. Tell us what we already know. There you go right there, Black Americans. That was the same folks that was talking crazy, though. You know what I'm saying, fam? I mean, they was the ones saying that we was this, that, and the other thing. Remember, y'all, them folk right there were the ones that was talking real crazy about us. Look what's happening, Black Americans. Look what's going on based on all of the facts of what's happening to these two communities. Look at these two communities, family, and every single thing that they were saying about Black Americans. It ain't too good now, is it? Hell no, it ain't too good. Family, we still FBA. We still exceptional. Been exceptional since birth. Been G-checking since birth. The earth is our turf. We built this country. The country everybody wants to run to. The country everybody wants to reside at. But can't nobody hold it down like we can, family, because it's in our blood, DNA style. The DNA of FBA is certified. It's pure. And it's something that nobody can touch. And that's what we've created, y'all. So now when you see these individuals and they breaking down like that, it's almost to the point where every time somebody opens their mouth about FBA, their community gets checked. I call that anti-Black karma. Every time you make a TikTok video and you hating on certifieds, something happens to your people. I call that ABK, anti-Black karma. Every time you disrespect the architects of this land's got a way of reaching out and touching you. Let me show y'all what I mean. Remember, y'all, when they was telling us that we need to save them from ICE? Well, they can't save themselves from ICE. You damn right. One Tatamira. La 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 bumba. Living the vida loca. Your ass is living the vida de porta. And I ain't helping you then, ain't helping you now. Did he say Odelay or Ondelay? I'm telling you, fam, the translation is something. He said, Ondelay. FBA don't play. I'll get my ass deported today. Y'all hear the dog? The dog saying, quit crying. Quit crying. The dog is saying, at least I'm illegal, but they can't catch me. You got the damn dog over there telling you something. Living La Vida de Porta. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. You're living La Vida de Porta because you've been living illegal, and living illegal is living dangerous, and foundational Black Americans been living exceptional. Exceptional, deported. Deported, exceptional. Yeah, your problems ain't my problems. Your problems is your problems, and you need to solve your problems before Tom Homan gets you. Family, Foundational Black Americans, we are exceptional. Foundational Black Americans, we are the element. We are the people that breathe life into this country. We make everything go, y'all. I mean it, okay? And I want you to be bold and I want you to be brash. I want you to stand on that. I want you to be so prideful of being a foundational Black American and knowing that you're in a system where everybody is against you. So therefore, walk with your chest out, your chin to the sky, because you Black American, you ain't got nothing to worry about, fam. You already are a winner. And all you're going to do is keep on winning, and you're going to do it with style. You're going to do it with class. You're going to do it with grace, and you're going to do it because it's all eyes on us, family. That's what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all how I'm saying that we live. We're graceful people. We got love for each other. When a foundational Black American is down, then other foundational Black Americans lift them up. When a foundational Black American is going through a hard time or rough time, it's when other foundational Black Americans come and assist them. We are a family based on love, and we are a family based on solidarity, okay? And this era right now, regulating and delineating has brought us so close. Fam, I want to tell you something. Right now. Right now is the most connected era in foundational Black American history. We love each other more than ever. We ride for each other more than ever. We hold each other down more than ever. We right now, family, are setting so many personal records based on how much we have each other's back. And you know I got your back. If one of my foundational Black American sisters need me, I'm there for you. Trust me when I tell you that. In every which way. If we got to throw hands, we going to throw some hands with somebody, but we going to win. If my brothers need me, you know I got your back. The elders, any generation, any background, any region, it don't matter. I got your back, and we show each other love because we love one another. And family, I love you. And let me show you what I'm talking about FBA love, fam, and why we are so different, and why right here on the Black Alpha Network, y'all. And I'm going to say this for the world because we on fire, fam. We stay on fire, okay? We stay on fire. The flame on the inside rages for eternity. Fire. And family, the reason why is because right here, this is the certified 100. And all of us, we keep it 100. And that means keep it 100 with love, with passion, with respect, with grace. So we're going to continue that energy. Let me show y'all how we do things. While they out there throwing their parents under the bus, throwing their children under the bus, throwing their homelands under the bus, their culture under the bus, their background under the bus, tethers and fleers and illegals, they throw everything under the bus because they don't know what love is. Foundational Black Americans, we know what it is, and we know it's right here. Fam, let me show you something that was real deep to me. You got some brothers up there on the East Coast, and they go around and they see people and they give them free haircuts and they give them clothes and they give them shoes. Fam, we hold each other down. They don't. We rock with each other. They don't. Don't let nobody tell you that we the same, because there ain't nothing about you that's the same as them, family. We hold each other down. Shout out to the brothers for this one. Watch this.
What's her name?
Anthony.
You might
size C.
because it's better.
Right.
I'll be building her.
Right here.
Look at that love, family. Fam. Look at that love, fam. Look what a little confidence gets you, family. Look what a little confidence gets y'all. You see what I'm saying? It go a long way, man. Take somebody who's down bad on his luck. We don't know why, okay? We don't flee from each other and say, oh, he's on his own. I'm running. I'm going to hop this border. Look at the brother's energy changing. Energy's powerful. Frequency's powerful. Love is the most powerful thing, fam. Look at the energy in this brother. Look at his style. It don't even look the same. It's changing, fam. It's changing. Look how the brother went. The brother went from that right there, family. He went from that right there, fam, to this right here. Simply just by being nice and holding each other down. That's what I'm talking about. different brother. Whole different energy. And bought him some clothes. And got him some shoes. All fresh. Not because you have to, but because you want to. I see you, DJ X1. I see you, brother. Everybody smiling. They don't do this in other communities, fam. Tell me when you seen somebody from another community do this. Look at that right there, fam. Look at that right there. Tell me when you seen a video like this with Julio. Tell me when you seen a video like this with Matumbo. Tell me when you seen Jackie Chan do this or Lucy Liu do this, or do they just make videos about us all day and spew hate? They're the real haters. We're the positive ones. They're the real despisers, the real jealous ones, the envious ones. We do good things out the kindness of our heart because that's just how we are built. That's how we're raised, fam. You ain't never seen nobody else do this. And give the brother a haircut, gave him some new gear and some shoes, and then gave him some money.
Yes, all the way.
Give him some money. Hey, and watch him dap up. Watch him dap up, fam. And you know FBA gonna give you that dap. That's certified. Dap it up. That's dope. You damn right that's dope. You damn right that's dope. Gave that brother just a little bit of hope, man, a little bit of swag, and you never know, family. That could have been the thing that turned this brother's life around, family. That could have been the thing that turned the brother's life around. You saw how he looked in the beginning. You know he was down bad on his luck, family, but you see how it turned around, man. That's something that caught my attention, and it's just some energy that I want to share with everybody on this classic broadcast while I'm sitting here with my foundational Black American family and just showing you guys love, man, because like I said, it's all about you guys. It's all about all of us. It's all about the family, y'all. That's what FBA does, man. So that is 101 more reasons why I want everybody to stand on their square, and I want everybody to be the most proud, significant, foundational Black American. Because remember, y'all, you always mean the world to somebody. Okay, remember that. No matter if you're down bad, you had a rough day, things aren't going your way, you may have went through a breakup, you may not have proper money, you may have took some losses, fam. We all take losses and we all bounce back. The great Muhammad Ali said that, fam. We all deal with losses in our life, but we bounce back, family. And you bounce back even further when you know you got your brother and your sister with you, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bang with who we came with. And that's what it is, fam. So if we go together, we're going to leave together, but we all going to make it home. And when I tell everybody we're going to make it home, there's one more thing I want to send y'all. And this is a certified salute, okay? With passion, with love, with style, with grace, family. We say that we're going to make it home. Well, remember, family, there's no place like home. With your family around, you're never alone. Y'all know what I'm talking about. 227, family. I want to say rest in peace to Hal Williams, man. We love you straight up and down. I remember watching 227 when I was a baby. But I always loved 227. You feel me? Much love and respect. We got to send a certified salute to our foundational Black American elder who transitioned, now an ancestor, straight up out of Ohio. You already know something. Shout out to the OHIO, man. Much love, lived a long, good life. Look how good he was looking, man. Man, we some good-looking people, man. Certified, y'all. Yeah, absolutely. We all home, baby. Yes, fam. 227 is my show. 227. I'm telling you right now, they used to remind me of my grandma and grandpa. I'm telling y'all, always got a special place in my heart. He always had his energy, reminding me of my grandfather. You know what I'm saying, family? Always did, just always. So it's always love, man, and much respect. Lived a long, good life. But isn't it crazy? In this time where everybody wants our citizenship, where everybody wants to steal our accomplishments, where we're owning our foundational Black American energy and patriotism and standing on this great country that we created, fam, you can simply just go to 227. There's no place like home with your family around you. You're never alone. Okay, fam, you can never go wrong. That's what I'm talking about. It's funny, fam, that you can find delineation in 227. You got to love it, fam. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful foundational Black American, because we're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people, and we're part of the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lineage, heritage, and culture, and our beautiful, beautiful beauty will never stop, family. Remember this. Who sang the best national anthem of all time? Whitney Houston. And a lot of people will tell you Marvin Gaye put it down right there as well. Who sang America the Beautiful the best? Ray Charles, right here from my home of Georgia. So if you're talking about foundational Black American spirit, foundational Black American spirit is right here in America, and it roams. And with your family around you, you're never alone, because it's no place like home. And we are home, man. And I'm home every time I'm with you guys. And this has been the best episode ever, fam. 4.7 thousand people in the chat. Certified salute to the whole family, y'all. It's all about the certified 100. It's all about every single one of y'all. They got fans. I got fam. They got subscribers. I got riders. Ain't nothing but your FBA cousin, Black Alpha, and I love every single one of y'all. Our sisters are the best. Our brothers are the best. Our elders are the best. Our children are the best. So I guess that just means that the certified 100, we the best. Absolutely, absolutely. Love y'all with a passion. Peace and love, y'all. Been another broadcast. They sending them home, y'all. And the blackout continues. The blackout rolls on. The blackout don't stop, because it's 24/7 permanent. Love y'all with a passion. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant. Much love and respect, man. It's been beautiful rocking with y'all this whole broadcast, man. Number one, baby. I'm number one. And I got the best with me. So we going to continue to do this, fam. Set it on fire and set it off and hold it down. Checkmate. There it is. Love y'all. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe and vigilant. Make sure you subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. Send this video to everybody and let them know that foundational Black Americans, there be no USA without FBA. Write it all the way down. Because no matter where you are, no matter where you're at, Black is beautiful, and beautiful is always Black. And family, you know what time it is. Every time we pop up and every time we pop out. Peace and love. Free Huey. There it go.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.